I love that background, dude.
You
I
gotta
love
watch
it.
it. What?
I'm pure adrenaline. I'm pure adrenaline. I'm pure adrenaline. I'm pure adrenaline right now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the Race Shop from the actual Race Shop. Josh Way, welcome. Appreciate you letting us into your house. This beautiful, listen, how are you keeping this wall held up with all these trophies? And when we get done later on, I'll show everybody what you got here, man. But I really love the check wall. That's the best part of all this, is the
Yeah,
checks.
I think the checks are the coolest part, honestly. I like the checks better than the racing.
I was talking to a couple people about that a couple months ago. I'm sorry, I should look at the camera. A lot of people would rather have the check than a trophy. A lot of the drivers, it's more prestigious to have that check.
Yeah, when Ford races, and I tell him he can take all the trophies, but he ain't getting any of the checks. Not even the real one, the fake ones to put on the wall.
So this past weekend, you guys went to, was it this past weekend or the weekend before?
No, this past weekend got rained out.
Where'd you guys go in? Is that Anderson?
Yeah, Anderson, Indiana.
Have you actually raced there before? Or is that
Yeah.
your first time there?
No, I raced Folder's car there once. I think Austin raced it there once, and then we went there for a couple other races.
How do you like that place?
It's probably my favorite racetrack, other than
Is it really?
Yeah, you gotta be on your A game at that place.
Is it fast or
Yeah.
is just?
It's fast. It's banked. All the guys from here would go there. Well, they had a disaster when they went there. Actually, they all wrecked in a few laps, but it's a very, very fast pace.
Well, I want everybody to get to know a different side of you. You know, everybody sees you at the track. They see you up and down. Sometimes they see you upset. Sometimes they see you laughing and joking. But I want people to get to know the real Josh Way. You know, sometimes sometimes I come to the muffler shop and you are calm and collective, and
Yeah, until you piss me off.
that's
life. That's how it is.
So, how did you even get into racing? How did this even start as a love of the sport? Did your dad get you into it, taking you to
We
Painesville?
went. I was probably like, I'm gonna say 12 or 13. I don't even know. We went to Painesville Speedway, and my dad went there one time, and he said he was gonna be a racer. I'm like, this ain't gonna go over well. So he bought some Camaro from some guy in Lorraine. It was like a pure stock car. It had no front hoop in it or nothing. He decided he was gonna go racing.
So it was a pure stock?
Yeah, it had 10-inch wheels on it. You weren't even allowed to have 10-inch wheels. So before I was even at the racetrack, we were already cheating with 10-inch wheels. He got it all put together, and he raced it like, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 times. I think he blew like 3 motors up, and I think he won 2 races in that thing.
Do you kind of remember how old you were then?
I had to be like 13 because I started racing when I turned 14, 15-ish, somewhere in there.
So was there a light switch that went off in your head that said, my dad? And I'm not just saying
Yeah,
did you go, man, Dad, I can do this?
I thought that, but there was 85, 90 cars.
Yeah.
And like my first car he bought me didn't even have a sway bar or nothing. It had like a like maybe a 1,200-pound front spring. It was crazy. My first car was. It actually is Bruce, my stepdad. It was a car that he had.
Oh wow!
Because he raced. He won some championships over there and racing in trophy stock.
So you ended up with his car. That was your first car.
Yeah, for $200.
So how cool was that, man?
$200.
So
I junked that thing.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
So helping your dad, was it just you and your dad, or was it a bunch of people, or was it you a lot in the garage?
His buddies like Brian Ellis and Jay White, those were my dad's best friends.
Yeah.
So Brian Ellis got into it. They all went to the racetrack one time, and that was it. Then they all 3 decided they were going to be racers. Jay White ended up doing it for years, won multiple championships. Brian Ellis did it for years. I think he won multiple championships. My dad did it for a few weeks, then he thought he needed a Sportsman. So he bought a Sportsman.
Did he really?
Yeah. He painted it like the DuPont car, like Jeff Gordon's car. And he couldn't be 24 because Dale March was 24. So it was number 25. And then I think Mayo Spencer actually raced it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So back then, and you and I talked about this before over at the muffler shop, back then you literally, even in a sportsman class, you had 25 of those, back in the day.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in your class, you were talking about spectator stocks back then. 40 cars would show up on a Saturday night back then.
In trophy stock?
Yeah.
It was 85.
Back when you started racing, there was 85 cars?
85
Holy
cars.
shit, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah. My first time I ever raced, like the first time I ever raced ever at the racetrack, I went like a 1620.
Wow.
Yeah. There was 85 cars.
So that first night that you raced, how did it turn out for your first night?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember. Probably not good. I don't know. I only raced it a few times, and I said, this car isn't going to work. And I decided I built my own car at 15 and a half years old.
So that was my next question. Did you put all the time and energy yourself into those cars? Did you have those guys helping you?
So it's actually kind of like my dad decided he was going to rent a shop. So he rented a shop in Gibbs, and Buzz ended up renting a shop with him.
Oh, wow.
So Buzz had a corner of the shop. So when I built my first car, I like banked on Buzz because Buzz was all into racing at that point. And then you fast forward 30 years later, now Buzz works with me and races with me.
How crazy is that, man?
Still has, they race, but yeah.
Back then, did you have any guys that you liked watching racing at Painesville?
Oh yeah, we raced bicycles in the woods until we were 15.
Did you really?
Yeah, 15. We had our like expensive bicycles and we had our cheap bicycles.
How about guys racing at the track? Is there any guys that you really liked back then?
Yeah, and sportsmen, like we all were certain people. Like when we raced sportsmen, I was Kenny Bender, and we raced figure eight, I was Joey March.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like that was always cool to go to the racetrack just to watch. I mean, Kenny Bender could go there and win the pursuit in like 8 laps from
Yeah,
last.
yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Marsh, as all of us as kids, and it's funny all the generations he's went through with racing, because I think he started racing in the middle of the 70s. Think about all those generations of kids that he has actually inspired to actually go racing over the years. And to nowadays, who do you go to the track and have that kind of personality?
But it was like so different because at that point in sportsman, not saying that Kenny Bender had the baddest car, but he probably did have one of the best
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
And they had a good engine. And figure eight, Joey March probably had 425 horsepower back then. And now like more people have the same, so it's a lot different now than it was then. And like trophy stock, Danny Zindel had a $15,000 engine 30 years ago.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, so he could have took a car straight from the junkyard, put a couple springs on it, and that motor's still going to get it done.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's a lot more on the same level with multiple different cars, multiple different classes.
You think about it. You got Danny Zindel back then. You had Terry King, Kelly Bright. All those guys had these badass freaking street stocks. Well, spectator stocks back then. At what point did a light switch go off in your head and said, "All right, it's time for me to get like these guys"?
I mean, it wasn't even like back. I mean, I beat Danny Zindel. So like I had junk until we built our own cars. And
Yeah.
When I built my first badass car, it was a top car from the get-go. I never even had a good engine. Like when we raced, when I raced Frankie's car, we never had a good engine. We had a $2,000 motor and we were still winning trophies.
What was the first car that you built that you put together from the ground up?
Like nice.
Yeah.
It was my yellow and red car. I was probably, I'd have to ask Cindy, probably 17 maybe.
Yeah.
I built it at the shop. Buzz helped me build it a little bit. We went out there the first night with it. Was second fastest. Dustin Fox's dad, Dempsey Fox, sponsored me. I had an engine.
Oh, wow.
Went out there the first night and the steering wheel came off the fucker and I totaled it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
It just didn't clip all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Josh.
Yeah.
So
it was back the next week with a brand new clip on it.
Was it really?
Still fast as can be. Yeah.
So you and Cindy, high school sweethearts, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys been together since high school. Has there ever been a point where she's looked at you and said, "Josh, enough of the racing"?
Yeah, 25 years ago.
Does she still do it at this point,
Yeah.
or does she finally give up and just say,
I mean, she just tells me we waste a ton of time and money doing it. I mean, she knows I love building the cars, so
Yeah.
I don't even care about racing the cars. I just like building them. That's why I do it over at the other shop too. I build them. I said when I get we're building a new house, when we get it all done, I'm just gonna have brand new ones just sitting on the lift, just built. I don't even care if we race them.
And that's a side of you that, over the winter, going to your shop and talking to you, that I wanted people to see. So the one time I went to your muffler shop and we're talking, and I said, "What the hell you been up to?" "Well, I'm building my wife a house. She's always wanted this house, and you're building this house." So that kind of equals itself out with racing, don't it? A little
No,
bit. It doesn't.
no. It's still like to do the house part of it. At first, she thought I was just full of shit, so I had to get her involved because we had to go through a whole year of just getting permits and shit just to even be able to do anything.
Yeah.
So eventually, I told her she can handle all this. I said, I'm out.
So how far? So over the winter, the last time I talked to you, you guys were putting in a driveway.
We got it all cleared out. We got a whole driveway all put in, but we're still we got like a couple more things to do just with the dirt, like you can't
Yeah.
mess with the dirt. But it's almost there.
And we don't have to tell people where your house is, but how far off the road are you? Like, it's almost like a perfect dream house.
The house is 1,500 feet off the road.
Is it?
Yeah, we actually just bought the property next door too.
Did you really?
Yeah, we were able to buy the property with the house on it.
Are you going to keep it all wooded,
Yeah.
or are you
Oh,
going to
yeah.
clear it?
I mean, our plan is eventually build all three of our kids' houses out front. So
Yeah. Well, you really don't want Joshua really going nowhere.
yeah, oh yeah, he'll be all the way out of the road. He's gonna be the furthest away,
By the railroad tracks.
all the way at the street.
So, as you and Cindy, you guys, before the family started and all that, did you have a goal to make it anywhere, or you just enjoyed the weekly racing, or did you have a goal to try to make it into NASCAR? Or
No. Dude, when I was little, my dream, you asked me, I swear to you, was to be able to have a shop with 2 lifts in it and have my own car and have kids with Cindy and live life. That was my dream. I said, shit, we've already passed that by a
yeah,
mile.
you sure have.
So now I'm trying to just build a awesome future for these kids, really.
So as racing went on, I remember one time I went to Painesville Speedway and I seen you in the figure 8 class. I seen you I don't know if you just raced that night or you were trying to race figure 8, but did you like it at all?
I don't know. Figure 8, like you think there's crybabies and street stock. Oh my God. Figure 8 is like that times 5.
Is it really?
Yeah. And that was with those real figure 8 cars. Like when me and Jeremy Holbrook first got into racing figure 8, we got hit by, if it wasn't one Marvin, it was the next. I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
like we got into some big fights with all those guys. Like pretty insane. We raced figure 8 for a championship, I think, one time. We won multiple features that year. I think I ended up finishing second. I got 7 flat tires by like 2 different guys. They would just
Holy shit.
ram me every week. Every week.
Corson had the same problem in the beginning. If you remember when Joey Corson started racing figure 8, every week someone was taking him out. Every week. And I think finally in a driver's meeting, Corson stood up and said, "I'm sick of every goddamn week you guys taking me out." And I think it was every week he was getting taken out.
You can ask Jeremy. I think I got 6 or 7, like Jason Simak and his dad, or maybe it was his father-in-law. They would give me a flat tire. And I'm like, the last time it happened, we pulled into pits and we ended up getting in a fight. Here comes one of my buddies over my shoulder. This is a quiet dude, doesn't even fight.
Yeah.
Comes over my shoulder and just flattens this dude, like one whack. And then after that, it was on. We got along after that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they would run into me every week and like just give me the roughest way to go going around them until they give me a flat. And I'm like, I can't work on this shit.
Is there one specific guy when you pulled out on that 8, you went, shit, man, I don't want to race. This guy's going to tear me up. He's going to fucking do something. Is there one specific guy you just...
I've never been that way, dude. I feel like I'm racing myself every single time. I don't care who's on the racetrack. I know we bring a car there that's capable to beat anybody on the racetrack at any time. Like at a track that we're going to. Like if we're just going somewhere that we don't know nothing about, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Anytime we go to the racetrack, we go there with a car that's able to win, and you just got to keep the car together and make it happen. But you get so tore up, and you got a lot of new people that race and shit happens.
You think you would have fun in figure 8 nowadays?
Oh,
the way
God,
no.
Now we build cars too nice, dude. Oh, I'd be putting a body on it every week.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't have it all smashed up like that. I couldn't go to the racetrack with it looking all tore up.
That would suck, you probably would, because you're that guy. I mean, if you guys know Josh, a little dent on a quarter panel, they're replacing the quarter panel. He doesn't just pound the dent out. he replaces the whole damn quarter panel. When
Unless
when these
Joshua or
cars
Blake
leave the
are
shop.
driving. Joshua and Blake's driving it, we're pounding the dents out. That's for sure. It's gonna look like aluminum foil.
As time went on, and the kids are starting to get involved. As a dad, that had to be tough, man, with your kids. And listen, everybody has seen Josh at the track. He doesn't hold back. He doesn't care if you're his friend driving his car, if you're Blake, if you're Joshua. He treats everybody the same. If you're sucking, he tells you you suck. But your
That's
kids,
the way you got to look at it. I'm the hardest on all of them to my son. He's 15, but let me tell you, he's gonna make it to the top. That's for sure.
well, Joshua, I want to say this was maybe a month ago when I was at Painesville, might have been longer, and you were explaining something to him quietly. And you were saying, when you go out here, this is why I want you to do it. Just follow this and this and this. And he come in and he didn't do anything that you told him to do.
I don't even.
And I remember you saying, I'll pull you out of this fucking car and I'll go out there race the fucking thing.
I was gonna do it. They told me to go out and holler at it, and I forgot. I was gonna go out there and show them that the car is the fastest car at the racetrack, and I literally started talking, and next thing I know, I forgot to even go over there. They told me I could take it out there.
You remember what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, right? Do you remember what you were telling him?
He's in a mind of his own. Like when it comes to the shop and learning and how to be successful in life, I'm not going to give up on that. If he wants to race, he can race. If he don't want to race, he don't have to race. I don't need it. That part of it don't.
But if you get him to the track, you know he wants to race.
It's still 50-50.
I mean, I
Still
understand.
50-50.
As a dad, I understand you're getting frustrated because you were explaining to him, hey, if you just do, and you were quiet about it, you were calm, you were not screaming or nothing. Joshua, when you get in the corner, do this, do this. And when he came in, you lost your shit.
He's 15 now. When he was 12 and a half, I pounded in his head and he went out there and he listened.
Yeah.
Now he goes out there, he's thinking about maybe his girlfriend, or he's thinking about what am I going to do when I get home? And that racing is the last thing he's thinking about.
So you're thinking he's coming off turn 2, going on the backstretch, going, man, did I leave my PlayStation on?
I know one of the times he was talking, he came off the racetrack. I still remember this. And he was talking about a bird. You remember this?
You see the bird laying at the bottom of the track.
Wait a second.
Yeah, dude.
Wait a
He
second.
came off the racetrack, and I'm like, what are you doing looking at a bird on the racetrack?
It was in front of me. What do you think?
At Dylan.
Yeah. In the middle of the track. I'm going, look at a bird. I'm driving around the track. It's sitting right in front of me.
Yeah, but like, dude, well, who was even thinking about it?
Yeah, yeah. So how do you say to him, focus?
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Now, Cash is totally different.
Yeah.
Like, I scream at him, and he gets mad. You yell at him, he don't care. He thinks he knows everything. He's 12, and he knows how to run the world.
Yeah.
But when I told him to go out there and drive the wheels off it, he went out there and drove the wheels off and smacked it right into the wall. So, I mean, I told Joshua to drive the wheels off, but he's not going to go out there and tear the car up. But Cash went out there and about ripped the car in half. So if he chooses to do it, he does it. And it is what it is with these guys.
Of course, said it was at Toledo.
That was Toledo?
That's what he said about
You were at a half-mile track looking at a bird on the track.
Probably had plenty of time because the motor was blowing up from the time we got there. So
And Brandon just said it too, Toledo.
that's hilarious. All these people remember this. This dude come off the racetrack talking about a bird.
Talking about a
Like, dude,
bird at
how
a
the car
half-mile.
handled. We don't even know how the car handled because all we were focused on was the bird that was sitting on the straightaway.
He was actually in the middle of the corner.
Wow.
So now you know what it's like to work to get this dude focused on.
But you know what,
this.
with Cash at Lorraine, you leaned into his window. He was going to go on a track, and you said to Cash, listen, do this, this, and this. And he came in, and you were so much different with Cash because Cash went out there and did what you told him to do.
Because he attempts to do it.
Yeah.
So, like, I can tell if Joshua was doing it. Cindy would always yell at me too, and to be like, well, you got the better car. You get the better car. I can get, Joshua has the best of everything I own in that yellow car right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Literally the best what you can get. You go over to Painesville and I tell him, I know you're not flooring it. If you're flooring it, you'd be spun out and smack the wall. I'm flooring it. No, dude, you're not flooring it. And then he'll go out there and floor it. Next thing you know, he just smacked the wall 3 times. And I said, well,
Yeah.
we could have got it to handle if you would have been doing that the whole time. So
Is it who communicates to you better, Cash or Joshua, when it comes into the car?
Cash has only raced a few times, and he definitely can communicate to me better than Joshua.
You know, when you
It's
see
hard with Joshua because Joshua still to this day, I'll be like, how did the car, was it pushing? Was it loose? What was going on? And he's like, well, I don't know. It was like and he'll like give me a demonstration.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, dude, that's not gonna work. A demonstration. I need to know, is it sliding or what?
Yeah.
So with him, it's hard doing it. But
So last summer, I was here at the shop and we were talking. We were out back. You were on a big ass excavator because you were moving dirt and everything. And I watched Cash wreck on his dirt bike. And I looked at you and I said, "Ah, shit, dude, your kid's gonna be hurt." He stood up, kicked the dirt bike, screamed at it, picked it up, jumped back on it, and took off.
oh yeah, I don't give any of them any sympathy. If they wreck it, get back up and ride it.
He
If
just
you-
started yelling at the dirt bike like it was the dirt bike's fault. But he got back. Kids don't do that today. You know that, Josh. Kids, they wreck on a dirt bike and they do something, they stop. Let's see. Jeff Garner, watching the birds and singing nursery rhymes. Cindy said, different kids, different ways of communicating. Got to learn to communicate differently.
On the screen. You read that?
I cannot. Just go ahead and tell us what they said.
Bill Harkins says, I knew Joshua was going to be a wheelman when he was 6 years old, ripping a was it Razor 1000 at Mines and Meadows like it was nothing at all.
Yeah, now he breaks it every time he rides it.
I agree with you. And Hannah Pierce said, it's nice to see Josh in his element and talking about being a dad.
And that's what I want people to see, Josh. We're gonna get to the rough stuff here in a second.
And
But-
there's one more. Do you have any plans on coming back to Galesburg Speedway?
We were going to go there Saturday, but we're going on vacation. There's a big race there in like I think a month or so. It's like 2,000 to win. I'm definitely going back there. That track was pretty good. It was like a little bit bigger Painesville Speedway, and we went there with a car that we were just guessing on everything. But now when we go back there, we're going back there to win.
Yeah,
we
but
actually should have won that race, but
you guys are so good at what you do. Are you really guessing at this point?
yeah, when you're going to a track that you got no communication, I don't even
Yeah.
know. We're guessing on the gear ratio, dude. I just go with it. We look at aerial.
You guys
view
just
pictures.
guessed it.
I guess on most of them.
Wow, like you didn't call nobody? Nothing.
No.
Wow.
No, this one guy, Justin Leroy, he puts on some races up there. I asked him a couple of things, but like we went to a couple of races and we didn't even know that they were soaked tires. We go there and we're like, hey, we're here to we need to buy 4 tires. And they're like, you can't buy 4 tires. This is their soak race. The tech guy already soaked everyone's tires. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, dude, we made the
What?
race and still finished like 7th on old tires. We didn't even have the warning
Holy
soak.
shit.
So when you go up to race those races, you got to know all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Going into it. But-
Well, where I was going at with the Cash thing last year when he wrecked on his dirt bike in the back and started yelling at it. You know, every family, it's kind of like the Haley Deegan effect. Her brother is really good with dirt bikes and shit. You know, her dad's a famous motocross guy, dirt guy. Cash to me seems like that kid.
Oh,
like
for sure.
Like, I don't even know. How did he break his arm? What happened?
He broke his hand. I don't know, doing something in the yard, I think. It wasn't even his hand, it was his thumb.
So he broke his thumb.
Messing around in the yard just with his buddies, screwing around. Dude, he's dangerous.
And
Dangerous,
that's it.
dangerous.
That's the kid that you have to worry about because he's not afraid. When he gets a little older and starts getting in these cars, he's going to be someone to reckon with because he doesn't care.
Yeah, like there's hill climbs that are around here that I can't make on a 4-wheeler. Like
Yeah.
when I tell you I can't make on a 4-wheeler, I've been climbing cliffs for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Dude, he tries right behind me on a 65. I already know he's not making it. There's 0 chance he's making it. Here he goes. Next thing you know, here goes a dirt bike cartwheeling in the air. He jumps off. He goes down to the bottom. He tries again. He tried at least 10 times. I knew he wasn't making it any of the time,
But he kept doing
but
it.
he kept on wanting to try it. So I just let him keep on
That's
going.
crazy, man. You know, and our kids, you know, I shouldn't say our kids, but kids nowadays don't have that toughness to them like they used to. But Cash being that way. So I picture Cash breaking his thumb,
And
walking.
he said wrestling in the yard.
He broke his thumb
wrestling
wrestling.
in the yard. Yeah.
And I just picture him going up to Cindy and just going, hey, my thumb's dangling.
Hey, so he had a cast on his. This was his right hand. Had a cast on his right hand, and we were still dirt biking. He was still trying to climb those hills with a cast.
Wow.
He couldn't even work the gas. He had a whole cast. He was still trying.
He's
But-
going to be I'm not taking nothing away from Joshua, but I'm
Oh, they're
just saying,
they're 2 totally different
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
They're two- like Cass will go and steal your money out of your wallet when you walk by. Josh was going to give you the $5 out of his pocket for you to go buy what you need.
yeah.
They're totally different.
Well, opening night at Painesville Speedway, Cash was walking around with his friends and stuff. And there was a group of us, it had to be 10 of us guys standing around because the driver's meeting just ended. And Cash come walking by. What the hell did his hat say? Do you remember what his hat said? Didn't it say?
Show my show
your
boobs.
titties, probably.
Oh, yeah, I bought that. Yeah, I was gonna keep it. Yeah, I just stole it.
He comes
He's
walking
got,
by
he's
all
got a
this.
couple of these. He actually has taken these things and almost worn them to school, and I'm like, dude, you can't be wearing this up to school.
Didn't it say like, "Show me your titties"
Show
or
me your
something?
boobs or something.
Show me your titties.
Yeah, he just come walking by all of us, and all of us just stop in the middle of it. We're like, "Holy shit!" And he come by with that hat on, dude.
Yeah, he beats to his own path. There's
But that's what's going to make him so great in the
Wa-
future. You know that.
watching him, I feel like I'm just watching myself all over as a
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
Like every single thing that he does is 100% me. When I
And
was
you
a
can't
kid.
yell at him.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, man, I don't think he needs to be doing this. And I'm thinking, well, I was doing it, but it was a little bit worse. So it's kind of still all right.
If he focuses on one thing, would it be stock car racing or dirt bike racing for you?
Oh, he would focus on dirt bike racing for sure, but he doesn't. Just like wrestling, he's made it to state like 4 or 5 years in a row.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He to take anything to the next level, he doesn't want to give up being a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you're that little, you got to take it. When you're going to take racing to the next level, you got to put more time in. You got to put more work in. Wrestling, if you want to get to the next level, you got to put more work in. Like Kendall puts in so much work. Kendall wrestles, goes to does cheerleading for wrestling, cheerleading for football, basketball.
And I do want to talk about her because
cheerleading.
in the summertime you're with the boys traveling all over the place racing, but in the school year Cindy's traveling all year with cheerleading with Kendall.
Kendall goes all over for cheerleading everywhere, and then like we do wrestling, we go all over for wrestling too. So it's a lot.
Is Cindy more like, or
Competition
is
period.
Kendall more like you or Cindy?
Kendall just beats to her own path too. She just goes with the flow. She doesn't get into any, like, she hates the racetrack. She would never go there again ever. Cindy would never go there
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Ever. They both hate it. So
I bet Cindy gets to the point where when it's time to go to track, her stomach just starts hurting. I bet she just, please, I just don't want to go.
she probably loves it. Joshua barely cares about it, and Cash doesn't even want to do it. But I think once they both click off to 17, 18 years old, and if they want to do it and they realize where they're sitting and what they have, it's going to be a whole different ballgame.
Let's talk a little bit about your big crash at Lorraine. Was it last year or the year before on the backstretch when all went to shit? Yeah, with Hamilton. Was it last year? Was it last year?
I think it was a Trident race.
Yeah, I think it was last year. So we're sitting there on the backstretch, and the reason I'm bringing this up because of Cindy. As a wife, you see your husband, and it doesn't matter if it's Chris Hamilton, you, or anybody. As a wife, you're one of the top drivers. You're just like everybody else. You're there to win. You don't want to finish second. But as a wife, it's got to drive her nuts the moment that you get in contact with somebody. If it's your fault or not, it doesn't matter, because if it's your fault or not, the first thing, what do they do? Josh, you did it.
Yeah, like what even makes her more mad is if we put all this work in and we finish second.
Yeah.
We put all this work in, and I mean, like when we get wrecked, she knows if, I mean, I tell her if I wreck the person or not, I don't care.
Yeah,
I mean, if I get into somebody like that race right there, he was literally getting past. He ran me into the back wall. There was no reason for it. It was like a couple laps left of the race, but it is what it is.
And I want to, if she's still watching, I'd like her to comment on, from a wife standpoint, what do you do when that happens at that moment?
Oh, she didn't. She was at the car. She didn't care who was at the
I
track.
remember she ran by
was,
one of the paramedics or somebody who was trying to stop her, and she kind of like knocked him out of the way.
Logan Hamilton tried to grab my helmet and rip my helmet off out of the car, but that was the first time I don't think I've ever really been knocked out in a race. I don't think I've ever been knocked out ever. But like that was definitely like it dazed me for a second, because I didn't even know he was in my window at first.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it wasn't even when it hit the wall. It was when it hit the thing at the other end. It was like the concrete pillars or whatever at the other end of the track.
At the end where it stopped.
Like it went off the track in the air and hit that.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where it messed everything up.
So to you, of all the years that you've been racing, what's the worst incident on a track that you've had?
Wreck-wise?
Wreck-wise.
At Mansfield. Mike Mazzagotti's car broke, and I was on the outside of him in a super late model passing.
Oh, and you're super late.
Wall at like 130.
Wow.
Yeah, it was on the outside. One of like his squirrel cages or something broke on the rear end of his car, and it put me straight in the wall. It stuck all the front suspension straight through the oil pan out the other side.
Holy shit, Josh.
Yeah, that one was pretty nuts. And that's when I said, yeah, we were full tilt racing, so we called
Yeah.
Tim Curry and bought his house car. I spent about $100,000 that week. I went and
Holy
bought the
shit.
baddest car we could get.
Yeah.
I sent one of the guys that worked for me to the Carolinas to buy another SP2 from one of those NASCAR shops. They took all of that to Tim Curry, and he brought me the car race ready at Midvale.
Holy crap. Did you like late model racing though? Did you like it, or do you like the street stocks a lot better?
Well, like the late model, it all depends. Like if you travel around, you gotta pretty much pay like Steve Needles or one of those guys to house your car, and you just show up and race it. If you're gonna try to beat them. Like if you're just gonna go race at Midvale where only those guys show up here or there, it's a different story. But when I race, I want to race to win. So at that time, I had Scott Baker and a couple other people that helped me, and we got it to go pretty good. But then I got hooked up with Tim Curry and that other car, and that was a whole nother experience. But both cars were good. It was just a lot of money.
You know, back in the 80s and 90s, late model racing here was so huge, and it's died off so much. But when you go to Michigan, late model racing is still so popular. All those guys, like you're mentioning, Steve Needles and all those guys that race in Michigan, it's their life in the summertime, man. And these cars ain't nothing to play with, man. These are serious, super lates.
I do like a lot of the tracks they race at. There's like not really long straightaways though, so I think the motors and the equipment is capable of lasting a lot longer.
Yeah.
Like when we're running super late models at Sandusky, we were turning those things like 9,500 RPMs.
Holy shit.
So they definitely have all the tracks up there. They're like more circles.
Yeah, yeah.
The Galesburg track had a little bit of a straightaway, but
Bill Harkin said the crash with Josh and Robbie Miller crashed into the transformers on the backstretch are the two worst wrecks I've ever seen at Lorain.
yeah, it was definitely bad. That I didn't think it was nowhere near that bad, and I didn't even look at the car, and I'm like, dude, that car's been tore up like so many times.
Yeah, yeah.
It's insane. It was like a brand new car, and it got the short end of the deal. Like the first time we raced it, the drive shaft, something happened to the drive shaft at Lorain, and instead of people going around me, they ran me over. The first night we raced it.
Wow.
So I already was pissed, so I had to redo the whole car for that. Then I raced it a few times. I mean, we literally took a brand new car. Johnny Myers that worked for me, we took it to Painesville Speedway. I went 14 laps in it, brand new. Swear to you on my grandmother's grave. I pulled in the pits. He's like, "What do you want to try to do?" I said, "Nothing. Put it in the trailer." We went to Lorain that following weekend and broke the track record.
Holy shit, man.
14 laps, brand new, straight out of the shop.
Are you hands-on on all that? Is it you and Buzz that work on them, or do you have guys that?
This guy, dog, I put every nut and bolt, every rivet in that car myself.
Does Buzz get involved with that at all, or is it?
When I build it, like at the beginning, when it's done, I put it all together, and then I bring it over here, and then these guys maintain it and do whatever. Like,
yeah.
I'm building another new car for Joshua. When I build that car, it'll be 100% built, every piece of it by me. And then when it's done, I bring it over here.
Do you trust anybody at this point?
I mean, I trust them all, but I just do stuff different. When I built that car, I put every backup washer on a certain way.
Did you really?
I did. I swear to you. Ask these guys. Everything. It was crazy. Every single piece of it, I did a certain way.
To this date, what is your biggest win in a street stock?
I have no idea. Turn around. Take your pick.
There's got to be one that sticks out to you though that you really.
Oh, the one that means the most to me, or
the one that really.
For sure, like it's the Doug Shipman Memorial Race. Like he passed away, and we had a memorial race for that. I got sent to the back 3 times, and I still got through.
I actually was there for that and watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that race definitely meant the most. I don't know about like I mean, I think it was Sandusky one time we won like 7,500 in a street stock.
Oh wow. Yeah, you at Sandusky, you and Dennis Wood put on some good racing at Sandusky.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's probably, no lie, me and Dennis probably have put on better races than anybody's ever had. Like we can race, and I don't even think me and Dennis have ever even argued with each other.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Well, the Sandusky race, I think it was a Wheelman race. You guys were side by side forever. It seemed like forever, man. You bumped a couple times, and that was it.
I only needed 5 more laps. He was ready to pass out.
Yeah.
He got out of there, and they had to get the ambulance over.
Yeah.
He needed oxygen or something.
He was
I
full
was
of
still,
sweat,
I was
man.
still like 300 and some pounds, 350 pounds. I laid on the pad afterward and it looked like we blew a radiator.
Yeah. But he is a class act. You race against Dennis. He's there to race. He doesn't want to wreck you or anything. But
But like that's what I mean. Like all these people, if they look at that, Dennis is a fast car anywhere he goes. If Dennis and Josh Way have never had any problems, then how come everybody else has these problems? Because they don't all race the same way Dennis does.
do you
They take
consider him
cheap
one of the
shots.
cleanest
Oh,
drivers?
for sure. I mean, look at we went to Midvale. I knew Dennis was in second, and I picked the outside of a guy that dominates the racetrack.
Yeah, yeah.
He is the most winning street stock guy at Midvale, and I let him have the inside, and I took the outside.
And I bet that fucked with him mentally.
Oh, and like that, it just made my day just to be able to go up
Yeah.
there. And I'm like, dude, he's not gonna be ready for this. And I went to the outside of the cone, but I had so much gear in there. I was turning like 8,500 RPM.
Dude, I know when you went to the outside, Dennis went, "What the fuck is he doing?"
And when I did it, like all the people in those stands over there, they were all like screaming and cheering. I was like, all right.
Dave Wallencheck said, listen, I've seen Josh race many times and called many of his races. There are times he's not liked by fans and drivers, but he's earned the respect. He's also earned my respect for what he does in racing and the kids. That's Dave Wallencheck. So Wallencheck at Lorraine as an announcer, was he announcing that night with
I don't
the
know.
Wheelman race, or was that night Castro? Shit, I can't remember. But Dave Wallencheck is a huge fan of yours.
Yeah, any of the people, like they like you and they hate you. Lorraine, like in like 2009, we built a brand new car.
Yeah.
The first week we won cheering, second week cheering, third week cheering, fourth week, fifth week we win. Now they're starting to not cheer.
Yeah.
Sixth week, now they're booing. Seventh week, eighth week, we won 9 or 11 features in a row, right off the rip. Every single race in a row.
Yeah.
Won. From last.
It's the Rusty Wallace syndrome. He was the same way. Everybody liked him. Then he started beating Earnhardt. They started hating the guy for no reason. They just started hating him because he was winning. So one of the things, and I got to get off subject for a second because I got to talk about this. So a couple weeks ago, you ran Painesville and you got DQ'd. What the hell was that about?
No idea. The car's right there. They want to disqualify it for something. There's plenty of stuff they could have looked for that's other than that. I mean, that was a stock caliper, just reproduction out of aluminum. I mean, it doesn't change anything. The car won because it was probably the best race they had all year.
Yeah.
You need this. You need, like, Blake's driving my car. You got guys are getting each other up the racetrack, but just showing that he's giving everything he has to win too.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
If he didn't, he wouldn't drive the car because that's what I expect. I expect that out of anyone driving this.
Yeah.
If you're out there to ride around, then you're in the wrong car here.
Yeah.
Try to win. If I see Joshua trying on the outside and know he can't get done on the outside, I'm going to shuffle the car up on the inside into him, and he's going to get out of my way, and I'm going to try to win the race. That's just, I mean, you don't want to sit there and putt around, and you don't want these guys to just learn to putt around. You don't want to try to race for everything you got and try to make it happen. If you're out there just riding around in second and you're comfortable with it, you're in the wrong sport.
The only reason I'm asking about that because the week before you ran and they didn't say nothing.
I showed them the car. I told them what was on the car. They knew they were on the car.
Yeah.
I wasn't hiding anything.
Right.
The car was sitting there. Come over here and look at. Ernie was here when we were working on the car. He's seen it. It has a stock caliper on it that's aluminum. I honestly don't even want to race. I just went over there because Skufka called me that morning and said he needs cars. He said he don't care. Bring him over there. We go over there. They're over there checking carburetors, by the way. Brandon's unbolting the carburetor. As he's unbolting the carburetor, they come over with a magnet and touch it to my caliper. I'm like, we're checking calipers? He's like, well, that's aluminum. It's illegal. You're disqualified. I said, all right, Brandon, put the carburetor back on. He didn't even have it all the way off yet. He's like, for real? I said, yeah, put the carburetor back on. We're out of here.
And my thing is,
It was like the best scenario because I didn't want to race there. And I
Yeah.
had to go there because I wanted Joshua to be able to race. He was winning in points and said, he said, fuck those motherfuckers. You guys aren't coming back. So it was like the best case scenario.
yeah, yeah. Well, for me, look from the outside looking in, you of all people, first of all, what's a caliper at Painesville Speedway going to do?
You can take my caliper off and I'll still win.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So what was the reasoning if you were invited there and you were checked the week before? Why didn't they check it then?
Your guess is as good as mine.
So I want to just clear that up because everybody was like, oh, they told him that
Yeah,
he
well,
wasn't
yeah.
allowed to do it. And he brought it anyways.
They
And
didn't
shit
tell
like
me.
that.
If you think if they told me I wasn't allowed to have the
Yeah,
caliper,
yeah.
there's a shelf over there with 40 of them.
And that's
Buzz could have bowled a caliper on there in 11 minutes.
and a lot of people that are watching, if you've never been to this shop, when he said he has 40 calipers over there, He really does probably have 40 calipers. What do you think rear ends? You got about 100 rear ends laying over there?
65.
So 65 rear ends. So there are a ton of parts
And
here.
what do you think it takes to house and race all these cars? I'm not saying we're NASCAR, but this is like NASCAR of street stock.
It really is.
We got 5 cars. Well, I don't even know how many cars. How many fucking street stock cars do we have? We got 7. 7 street
7
stock cars. So say we're all going to the same track.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
means we got to have 7 of the same gear. Now we're all going there. Now you got to have a spare gear in case
Yeah,
one
yeah.
breaks. So, and then I got gears that I only use that I don't let these guys use because I put all the crazy shit in all the ones I use. So then we got even more.
I just wanted that to be cleared up. So everybody that's watching out there that, you know, caliper is not going to make that big of a difference. My whole thing is if you were invited there that morning and told to come, regardless what you got in the car, you should be allowed to race that day because you were invited. And they checked the car, so they knew.
The biggest thing is if they're wanting the track to survive, they're wanting it to make it. This guy right here definitely does his part. I told him from the beginning, whatever you guys want to do, whatever the rules are, they all cry over the weight. The weight. It's all I've heard about is the weight.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
weight. Not to get off subject, but I just went to Anderson and had to weigh 3,400 pounds. And that's CRA rules. So
Yeah.
all these people that talk about the weight don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. The weight doesn't make a difference. But if they went in there and said that, all right, the caliper's aluminum, they should have said, you know what, don't have it on there for next week. Take it off there.
Yeah.
Period. Or and they could even said, all right, you know, you can win this. We're not going to give you no points, which I'm not racing for points anyways. I was only there because Joshua was racing it first. And that just shows how much like the younger guys even care. He didn't even care.
Yeah.
He didn't even care that, hey, they're throwing dad out of here for this, and that's going to screw me out of the points because it's a different mindset. But
Did that at Anderson too. They were checking out under him like that.
Chad Medley said, does Josh think Pville will make it or will step up and buy it if not? Before you answer that. So Josh and I talked over the winter time. I went up to Mr. Muffler. I was talking to Josh. And this is before the Skufca thing even went down. I said to Josh, I said, just buy the damn place. And his response was, I got other things I can lose money on. Why would I buy this fucking racetrack? But you know, if you bought a racetrack, it would do good. You're good at what you do. You know this sport. Why didn't you buy Painesville?
because I'm a dollar guy, it has to make sense. I didn't build this because anybody gave me anything. This is all from how my brain works, how I function, and what we build and what we have. 99% everything I have is paid for. The racetrack, say it's $400,000 to buy it.
Yeah.
So you're going to put out $400,000. And you're going to have to be glued to it. You're going to have all these people harass you for stuff that means nothing to me. I literally, Randy Holbrooks was one of my best friends. I watched the racetrack ruin his life. I watched Jimmy Cohagen try it. All the other times, like when Gordon owned the racetrack, everyone loved racing. They all went to racing. There was no Facebook. So now half the people don't. I watched the Crasherama on Facebook. I didn't go over there.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have to go over there. Everything was on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Could you, if you did buy a racetrack, let's say tomorrow you bought Lorraine, you woke up and told Cindy, hey, we're buying Lorraine.
that wouldn't work.
But you know you could make it work,
Well,
right?
Cindy would tell me to go fuck myself.
That's her comment. She said, never buy a racetrack. So
But you know if you went in there to do it, but you
Yeah, but you'd have to go in there knowing that you're going to waste millions of dollars to hopefully have a return when I'm 55.
yeah.
And like my kids, they would have to be loving racing and loving all about it to make that work. You can't have a staff of 25 people to try to make Lorraine work. Painesville has a chance to work
Yeah.
because there's a cult of people here that will go here. The track is small enough that you don't have to have big engines, but the track to make Painesville work, I truly think I could make Painesville Speedway the biggest it's ever been. I truly believe 100% that I'm the only person that can make Painesville Speedway go because my brain goes a million different ways. I would have already dug that whole racetrack up. I would have dug it all up. And then in my life, I've already built enough connections that all these connections would have pulled through
Yeah.
and helped me.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have done it thinking that I got to go spend, $500,000 to do it.
Right.
I would have done it knowing that Josh B is one of my good friends. Jeremy Holbrook is one of my good friends. I would know that I have enough connections to go there and do it.
Right,
I
right.
wouldn't buy it on a hope and a prayer.
Yeah.
But like I would, there's so many things like the Painesville's got all these new houses that are getting built. So it's on borrowed time really anyways, until they can be grandfathered in for a little bit. But I don't know if it doesn't work out with Scott. I already told Randy, I already made him an offer. So we'll see what happens.
I think
I want
Scott-
it to work because I don't want it, but I would turn it into a playground.
I really think Scott, he's going in the right direction a little bit here. I think if he kind of puts a set of rules in place and leaves them alone and don't adjust them, I think he'll get there with it. But I think in the beginning, with the way it happened with the rules flip-flopping a little bit, I think a lot of guys got discouraged. You said it perfectly. Everybody was complaining about the weight, but you went to Anderson, you added a couple 100 pounds to the car and still went out there and did good. It's the same philosophy with Painesville.
And there's just so much more to it. Scott's a great guy. I've raced against him for years. I hope it all works. I hope he makes it work. Do I think he's the right guy for the job? I do not think he's the right guy for the job. He is stuck 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Sort of like you when you got in your car and thought you were just going to go out there and be fast.
I thought I was.
Yeah,
I really did.
It's 2026, not 1996.
Yeah,
So, I mean, things are different. It's got to be different. To get cars there, you're never going to bring cars from 5 hours away to come here and race this tiny little racetrack that doesn't pay anything, and it's never had like big good reviews or anything.
hmm
So in order to make that racetrack go, it's got to have major changes. It's not major changes to sell food. Who cares? Who cares about your food? You need to be able to put on a show.
yeah.
In order to put on a show, you got to be able to put people in the stands. And you got to be ready to go in the hole. If you're not ready to go in the hole, then you're not the guy.
You know, we always say in the industry, to make a racetrack work, you have to always remember people are there to see entertainment. They're not just there to see cars go in a circle. And I tried to explain that to Scott many times, and he just wants to do it his way. And I understand it's his business; he can do it his way. But you're to the
I
point.
told him it. I would have controversy there. I would have that shit broadcasted so you could click on and pay $10 to watch it. I mean, but then again, you're probably talking 75, 80,000 to get all that
Yeah.
set up. But if you're not prepared to spend 75,000, then how are you prepared to spend 400 to 500 to buy it?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, there's so many different scenarios you got to look at a racetrack. One, you got to trust a ton of people, because it's mostly cash. So a ton of people, you got to be able to trust them. Every single line, you got to trust them. And I watched Randy get robbed time and time again. So there's a lot of things. A lot of people got to be there to put it into place. It's not. Look, I mean, they thought they had a great thing going. I said Kevin wasn't going to last 3 weeks. I bet somebody $1,000.
Yeah,
I think he made it 2.
yeah. He made it 2 weeks.
Putting all this time and all this work into it, all this dedication, and then it still didn't work out.
You know, and it's crazy of all the things that have happened since Scott took it over till now. And I know I'm probably going to get backlash from it, but I don't give a shit. The Kevin thing, it bothers me more than anything, because the guy was out there in the fucking snowstorms with Scott. They were out there doing shit. Regardless if you think he was a good race director or not, he should have got the opportunity a little bit longer. Those two should have been able to work it out.
Well, the problem is Scott wanted to do Kevin's job too, and too many people probably cried to Scott about Kevin.
hmm
So when you have a flagman, your flagman does his job. When you have a tech man, your tech man does his job. You don't come over at the owner and say, hey, you're going to let this guy slide. If you tell me I'm disqualified, that's the end of the story. We don't go back and ask Randy or Scott, what do you want to do? No, that's not it. That's not it. If Buzz is working here and Buzz tells this kid he's fired, this kid's fired. That's the end of the story. That's how it works. You got to put people, like when Randy had that place, he let Butter make calls, and then Butter would make calls and disqualify people. And I think they would bust his windows out of his truck. I mean, it's bad. People don't want to, you got to put a lot of time in, and a lot of your money in, and a lot of your family's time in to just be disrespected.
Yeah.
Like
that's every track.
It's going to happen. It is, but you guys everybody always puts out there, we're doing it because we love it. I hear Will Wiggins say this still all the time. We're doing it for the love of the sport. If it's the love of the sport, then why are so many people there hating each other and talking shit to each other
Right.
on a weekly basis, getting thrown out, trying to get in fights? It's
And,
it's a lot. It's a lot more to it.
in all my years of doing this, and only being, what are we, 6 weeks into Painesville, I feel in my opinion, not Josh's, the only way it's going to work is if Scott he steps back and allows somebody to run the track, and he does the dailies, cutting the grass, and on Saturday night doing this, and not being involved in any
Yeah, but
decision making.
even still at that, it's still not going to work because you don't have a track. You have a track, but you don't have a track to bring in what you need to. Like I said, you can make your tech garage nice. You can make your concession stand nice. If your facility can't house the car racing, look, we used to have Sportsman. Granted, that's what Street Stock is now.
Yeah.
But if I owned it, I would still think that I think I could bring 60 modifieds over there.
Yeah.
People might think they can or not. I would bet I could get 60 over there. I just went to Killcare and there was 40 something there, and there ain't even a straightaway. It was a circle. I think they could house some cars there, but the track's got to be able to do it, and it's going to have to spend some money on the racetrack. Like prior to this all even happening, like when he first was getting it down the road, they were talking about digging up the corners, and this Tom guy said, "You know what? I'll put 10,000 up to fix the racetrack."
Yeah.
Josh D said, "I'll pave it for you. I'll run the paver and do it for nothing."
Yeah.
I said, "I got machines over there. You can use those to dig it out." I would have left that meeting. I would have got something from Tom that day, and I would have dug that shit out in 3 days.
Right.
It would have been tore out. I wouldn't have been contemplating on it. Took the money, did this, did that, because we still don't have any cars over there. People think that, oh, the cars are too heavy. They can't really do no pass, and it's too hard on the car. Well, if the track would hold the cars a little better, then maybe you'd have a little more pass.
Well, like you said, other tracks are doing it. You know what I mean? You go to Shady Bowl. How many cars did they have in the pits? 120 cars?
Yeah, all the other tracks have cars. We've been all over already this year. There's a lot of cars everywhere. And like we just went to one track. We didn't get out of there. What, Anderson? Granted, it was 100. No, what was the track we went to before that? The night before. It was so fast. There was 3 or 4 divisions there, and it was literally you pull out, you practice, you come back in. I literally got as fast as I could get out of the one car and get in the other. I was practicing 2 sets of practice, and then there was and we still didn't get out of there till midnight. And they didn't stop, one after another,
Wow.
after another, just stuffing them out there. Like, so the racing of there is, and Facebook is horrible, man. Facebook kills it. People can watch it on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you something that I didn't realize until Laura was told on Saturday. When you go to Flat Rock and you get an ARCA license, or you go in those pits, you are not allowed to go Facebook Live at Flat Rock. And I don't know how they catch you, but they catch you. And I hope there's some Flat Rock guys watching right now, but
I hope not.
she went Facebook Live and they told her, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't
I
do
know
that.
a couple places have had things that said that you can't do it, but I don't know. I feel like if that wasn't there, then you would naturally get more people there.
Yeah.
That Winchester race for Salem, where we went to the Halloween race, that was $35 to watch the race. And I guarantee you hundreds of people watched.
What are you
Another
talking about, like
thing-
on Flow Racing? Are you talking
No,
about?
it's like their own website.
Oh, okay.
Like another huge thing too, like this at Painesville, I would let every person in the grandstand for free. Every single one.
You've always said that.
Every
You
single
have
one.
always said that.
I promise you, it would definitely make out. You would sell out at every concession you had every single
Yeah.
week. I'd let them all in. Because what do you got? We'll say on a weekly basis, what's over there? I'm gonna guess 300.
Yeah.
Say it's like $10 each, whatever. I mean, what are you making?
Yeah.
What's a couple grand?
So you make $3,000.
Let them all in for free, and there's gonna be 4,000 in there.
Yeah.
And then when there's 4,000 in there, you just sold out of every concession you had in there.
What did Bo say?
Bo said, payout brings cars, money is a motivator.
To an extent, you can't bring cars to a track that can't house them.
So what if you went into Painesville tomorrow, and we'll move on from the Painesville thing, but if you went into Painesville tomorrow, what would be the biggest thing that you would change? What
I
would be your change?
bulldoze it. I would bulldoze it.
You always say you want to make that your play.
Those it will be. You watch, it will be. I will make it a quarter-mile banked asphalt track, and it will bring the biggest races you've ever seen. But the back straightaway, those pits would disappear. The other corner where those towers are would disappear, and the other end of the track, it would go over to about in the middle of the pit somewhere.
You know, I've never raced a full bank track. You went to Anderson. You said it's banked.
Oh yeah.
What other track did you go to? That
Look at Anderson. They run, it's called the Little 500 there.
Mhm.
This was the craziest thing I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I went there and there was cars parked everywhere. And it's like, I think this race is like 7 days long. It starts, you don't have to ask for, but it starts like Tuesday. They race, they qualify, and then they practice. Then the next day they requalify, and then like you can requalify again, and
Holy
like
shit.
you can bump all these people out over and over. And that race, it probably brings in $250,000 to this racetrack.
Wow.
One race, dude.
Wow.
One race. That racetrack pays that. That whole race is that guy's whole year.
That's crazy. And it's
One
a great race.
Yeah, but the facility can have it.
What did you think of that specific race?
It was insane. I mean, after I watched it, I'm like, man, I think I could drive one of these. And I'm like, man, I ain't going that many laps. I think they go around there in like 10 seconds.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's green flag pit stops in a sprint car.
Earl Goldie said, if Facebook is killing racing, your biggest culprit, Josh, is hypocritical of what you say. Because you get on Facebook and you do what you do.
What? Because I talk shit? Facebook is killing it because people watch the races from their couch. So therefore, they're not paying to get in and watch the races. That's how it's killing it. It's not killing it because we go on Facebook and we're talking shit. It's killing it because instead of those 500 people that just watched it Facebook Live on someone's phone, they would be sitting in the stands. That's how it's killing it. It's not killing it because we're talking shit.
So years ago, when Flow Racing and all those guys started at a couple of racetracks I would manage, they would come to us and want to put it out there. And I was a firm believer. I didn't want to see that out there like that on race night. I wanted people in the seats because not only did they pay to come there and watch the racing, they bought a T-shirt or a hat, a hot dog, and they got to meet the drivers. And I think the biggest thing that every racetrack is suffering from is the relationship between the kids and the drivers, the way it used to be. I think that hurts racing so bad that a kid cannot interact with a driver like they used to until racing's over or at the end. Remember at Painesville years ago, Josh, you would walk from the pits to the concession. How many people would stop you and say,
Oh
hey,
yeah, they would have you sign autographs and all that shit all the time.
kids love that. They wanted to go to the races. They would go to school on Monday or play with their friends on Sunday or Monday at the park and say, oh my God, Josh Way signed this for me. It's gone. It's not there anymore. And I think it's a huge part of that. Earl said,
Yeah, like Earl's one of the biggest crybabies too. Like I have no filter. I don't care. I'm racing all over the place. Your shit's racing on jack stands, dude. You cried because you didn't want to put some weight in your car. I just went to Anderson, had to weigh 3,425 pounds after the race.
that's
After
crazy.
the race, dude.
That's crazy.
Poor goes there and weighs 3,300 if he has a set of shocks on there. And that means he has to weigh 3,400 before the race to be 3,300 after the race. This
Is that their
100
weekly racing or do you go there and run a race?
I went and ran the 150 lap race. I drove Forrest car.
Okay.
What was it?
HRA.
Yeah, all these people that have all these guys came here. They had to have a meeting.
Yeah.
I said, you guys can come here and do whatever you want. I said, I'll put up 2,500 to win in 4 weeks. This probably would be 4 weeks. We still ain't gained any more cars. I didn't go to the racetrack. We didn't have my car there because they bitched about the calipers. The following week, I think they had 3 cars.
So
Maybe 4
this
cars.
leads me into something. So I added one of my favorite drivers for years from Bowman Gray is Zach Staley. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Drives the green and purple
Yeah.
car. He is you, but down in the South. He's you 100%. You guys, people come to racetracks to see what you guys are going to do and what you're going to say. I'm the promoter, the manager that don't throw you out. I pull you aside and I invite you back. I give you a free pit pass. So recently, Zach got thrown out of Bowman Gray again. This time, the indefinite suspension, which is the dumbest shit. Since they sold Bowman Gray, the rules that they do with throwing people, I've never understood this. I'm gonna look at the camera. So if there's any promoters watching, stop throwing out your freaking stars. It doesn't make sense. It's not business. It makes no sense to throw out these guys for being who they are. Let the drivers, if they have a problem, go in the garage and work it out in the garage with Josh and Zach and all these guys. But honest to God, if Zach or if Josh said, hey, I'm coming back to Painesville this Saturday, and we're racing, they're not racing this Saturday, but if you were, people are coming to watch what he's going to do. People are going to Bowman Grade to see what Zach is going to do. And I'm going to say this to every track owner, and I don't care if you ban me from your track or not. Stop throwing out your stars. You make money off these guys. People pay to come in to see what these guys are doing, and you're throwing them out for what?
I've said that from the beginning. I said, if I own that place, I'm not throwing no one out.
You don't
I'm
throw it
finding
out.
you. Listen, I'm finding you. And then afterwards, I'm going to take all my crew to eat dinner, and we're all going to thank you from our table of eating steak for your money that you just got to find
Yeah, yeah.
for you buying us all dinner. I wouldn't throw nobody out.
It makes no sense to me. I have a philosophy that I do. If you fight in the pits, I'm going to fine you, but you're coming back next week. If you get in an argument on the front stretch, and I know a lot of drivers hate that. A lot of drivers hate, oh, they want to see fighting. I want to see you guys argue that out in the front stretch. You were out on the racetrack beating on each other. Let the fans see what the hell, how this is going to end. So I would give you guys, and Laura's my witness, how many times did I give drivers free pit passes because they settled it on the front stretch on the mic? Not fist fighting, but settling it. And then Bowman Gray takes their star. I know Burt Myers, everybody, oh, Burt Myers this, but I get it. He's a modified driver. He's one of the best. I totally get it. But I guarantee you more people show up at Bowman Gray to see Zach than to see Burt. So Zach made a post a couple days ago, and it intrigued me about you. He made a post, why don't we start a series for us guys that constantly get thrown out and get in trouble, and we go traveling, we take this series to tracks that want to bring us in.
Well, they did. That was the Wheelman series.
Well,
Jeremy got thrown out everywhere and couldn't race nowhere, so Will created a series for his brother to race in. But that didn't last long because then he threw him
he
out
threw
of that
his
too.
own brother out.
So that's how the Wheelman series
So-
got started.
So my thing, am I out of camera? I'm trying to reset
Oh, you're good.
because I'm agitated at these track owners throwing people out over stupid shit. But so he said that I think it'd be perfect for you and him to get together, run a couple races here, a couple races down there.
Crazy.
No, I'm telling you, you two together with this series.
Yeah, but dude, I'm in business to make money.
Listen, let someone else pay for the
Prior-
damn series.
Prior to my son coming to Mr. Muffler, I've been working there for 6 months by myself every single day. Okay. I'm one guy, dude, and at one shop. And if I can do over $1 million a year with just me, why would I want any of those headaches?
No. I don't want you starting a series and that.
But why
I
would
want you
you-
to go run a
But they're
series.
not, you're not, they're,
You guys
there's
get
so
together.
much drama.
Yes, there is. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there's too
Yes.
much, dude.
No, it's not enough.
It
It's
is.
okay.
It is because crybabies can't leave it alone. They leave the racetrack, and instead of making like a couple videos, they harp on it all week. And the next week, like we leave the racetrack, dude, we're going boating the next day. I'm not talking about this shit tomorrow, the next day, whatever. We go ride side by sides, 4-wheelers. Like we literally don't come here every single day and play race car until we go to sleep. That's not how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
I mean, when we went to Painesville, we started the night before.
yeah.
But
I personally would like you two to connect and you two work it out and go race somewhere. Pick a track down south, go race Hickory Motor Speedway or something, and then he has to come up here at a track. Maybe get freaking Will down and we get everything worked out where everybody's back racing with the Wheelmen and Zach comes racing the Wheelmen for a night or two. But I'm telling you, you two,
bro, I don't even race the Wheelman series.
we'll
Right
get you
away.
back there.
No, I'm not going back there.
What are the chances of running the Wheelman series again?
I got thrown out of the Wheelman series after not racing a race for 6 weeks. I didn't even race a race, and then I got a call 6 weeks later and got thrown out of the Wheelman series.
Have you guys talked since?
No, zero. I don't need to support that series ever again today in my life.
But if you sat down with him, you don't think you'd want to
I'm-
work it out?
I said on a comment on something last week, I said he needs to just wash this racing for this season and mend all the relationships that he already screwed up.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. But I don't know nothing. I only got 7 cars. I don't have to say. Dustin Fox had multiple cars and he pissed Dustin Fox off. But, I mean, between me and Dustin, we got 8 to 10 cars.
Yeah. Chad Medley said Zach made Bowman what it is, free Zach. And I think they got shirts out there now that say free Zach, I believe. But to me, I really believe this needs to happen. You and Zach need to get together. I'll see what I can do with Will, get you back if you'll race the Wheelman series.
It has nothing to do with the Wheelman series. I race, and I want this pounded in their heads, and I wish it would get pounded in like Earl Goldie said too, but he's a Painesville Speedwayer for life. Race where you have a challenge. If you go as a pit bull and you want to go play at the dog park with a little bunch of little puppies and you run the little dogs over every time, what are you winning? Nothing. That's what you're winning. Go to a race where you're an underdog, or it's going to be a challenge, and show that you're somebody. When we go to these tracks, dude, they literally call me and ask me if I'm coming. Multiple of them ask me if we're going to come there. And we went to, what was that little track? When we went in there, they were like, "Oh man, we can't believe we got you to come here." The one we were just talking about going to, huh? Galesburg. Like that racetrack. Like when we pulled in there, they were like shaking our hands because we came there. And I don't know, it's just different, man. It's all these people can sit and like I've raced with these same guys for 25 years. Like, what do I have to prove to these people?
Right,
nothing. Nothing. It means nothing to me to even race there. And then they go and they have a local series, a Wheelman series. They're gonna race and keep the race local. Now, dude, your race is like one race is local, and the rest are 6-7 hours away.
Yeah.
I can go 3 or 4 hours away and race in Michigan, Indiana, any of those places.
Laura, slow putting those up. So someone just said something about the Zach Staley.
Put Dennis, Josh, and Zach on a track. You'll see the best racing.
I completely agree. I really think if we could focus on getting all you guys together with Zach Staley, I'm telling you, you guys will be the money. It will be the show.
You
man.
should have had Earl come here so he could be a Facebook warrior and typing all that shit, and he could just got called out to his face. All these people like sit and say this shit, like go. I race all over the place. None of
Larry
these people,
Baldwin. So Larry, I want to bring this up too because I think the smarts are watching. I thought I seen them pop on. So was it last year when all this shit went down?
dude. I got thrown out of the racetrack.
I'm gonna explain it.
Winning the race, dude.
I'm gonna explain my side.
For putting on probably the best starts at that track they've ever had in a street.
It was a great race
with the baddest street stock racer there, the most winning street stock racer there. Did not touch one car the whole race and still got thrown out. Didn't even talk to nobody. Never even left my trailer.
So Larry, just so you know, kind of what happened. So Josh's son was racing and he got tangled up on the backstretch. Joshua, where's he at?
No, prior to that, him and Blake came through the pits and they came over and just screamed at us. And I'm like, all right, man, we'll tell them to slow down. So like they already had like a bad attitude before we even did anything. I'm like, hey man, you guys can just calm down. It's good.
Yeah.
We can tell them. But then after that, everything.
So what happened on the track? You come off turn 2 and you got an incident with the 24 car.
I just got wrecked. The dude drove in the corner, just smashed and pulled.
But
I didn't even do anything.
he did it from the outside, I believe. I think he kind of like did Joshua this way.
No. Joshua was on the outside. That guy went in the corner because I had a camera right in Joshua's window.
Okay.
He went in the corner. The 24 went in the corner and hit him. And when he hit him, he slid up the racetrack. And the 24 came up a little bit. Joshua got sideways, and it barely clicked the back bumper of the 24 car, and he got stuffed into the wall. And they said Joshua wrecked him on purpose. Joshua don't even know how to wreck people on purpose.
Joshua, yeah, you do. I'll stick up for you on this one.
And then,
But I want to go.
I didn't even wreck the guy or anything.
So
Ugh.
So when all that happened, all the officials went out and they were standing around the 24 car. And I don't know who the 24 is. You might know who it is. I didn't know who it was.
One of the officials owns the car.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So the official leans into the 24 car and he leans back out and he says, it was Josh Way's fucking kid that caused the fucking wreck. So as a promoter, as a person that runs racetracks, I get pissed off because now the guys that are standing on the fence in the pits, they start screaming. They're yelling back. They wouldn't have done that if that guy wouldn't have leaned out of the car and said something. So I stayed calm. Then he said it again. Yeah, the fucking kid shouldn't be out here racing. And the official knows who it is. He knows who he is. So I got pissed off and I yelled and I said, hey, you shouldn't be yelling that out. Get him out of the car. That's it. He kind of gave me a dirty look. This is an older guy with a beard. So when racing's over, you win, you're over there. And I walked over to the pit chute and I quietly said to a young kid, I said, I would like to know who the old guy is because I want to go talk to the owners privately. What do you want to go talk to the owners about privately? I said, well, I think it was kind of unprofessional for him to fucking lean out and start saying the fucking Josh Wade kid caused the wreck when he didn't cause the wreck. He takes his headset, puts it around his neck. Well, that's my fucking uncle, and you're not going to do shit, and my parents ain't going to talk to you. Now, Josh, you know me. It takes a lot for me to lose my temper.
I mean, right there's why I got thrown out of the racetrack.
But
Because
listen,
they said my fucking pit crew.
I wasn't your
was,
pit crew.
No shit.
I wasn't
didn't
your
have
pit
one.
crew.
I went by myself.
But I tried explaining to them, or to explain to the kid, I want to speak to the owners, which Randy I was talking to, right before the fireworks started. Randy was standing next to me. So Randy knows I'm not a hothead. But regardless if it's your son, your daughter, your uncle, your cousin, that is not the way to act on a racetrack towards
Well,
anybody, a kid or anybody.
I guess you signed in that day as my pit crew.
If I would have, did I
got
get
me
paid
thrown
or
out.
anything?
They threw me out because my pit crew was yelling at the officials.
I was not. I'm telling you, and I'm saying this in front of you. I was there. Laura and I were there to watch the races. I spoke up because as a racetrack promoter, and we owned racetracks before, your fucking people should not be on the racetrack, motherfucking anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. It doesn't matter if it's Josh or anybody.
They should be worrying about the people in the car, make sure they're good to go.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
that's not
my
how it is.
intent was to go up and just ask what was going on or who was the owners or what the old guy's name was so I can go to the owners and talk to them. That was my intention. And then those two fucking snapped on me. And I said, that's not the way you handle things. I guarantee you if Randy and Kim knew how it really happened back there, it would have never got to that. But I couldn't get to that point. They wouldn't let me near them. They wouldn't let me get to them to talk to them. I was just kept being told.
So then afterwards, I go over and get my trophy. Okay. And they made all this bullshit up too. And then Will Wiggins promoted this bullshit and was going to build a charity basket. My buddy's kid that went in all my raffles, they just won a 4-wheeler off me. I just fixed it. They're over there. And they said, you can give me that trophy. I said, your dad's going to have to build you a car to win one of these ones. That's what I said to my buddy's kid. And they're like, oh, it was some little girl. And he told her he's never given her no trophy. I'm like, dude, it was my buddy's kid that was there.
Put that comment back up from Chad Medley. I want Chad or Josh to read it.
They definitely rubbed me the wrong way.
It's addressed it right now.
So can you put it back up?
It takes a second.
Because I want him to read it. And it goes to what you're saying. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They said to spend them. I literally told him, I said, your dad's gonna have to build a car to get you one of these ones. Like, and I know these people, they're my friends.
Yeah.
Like they thought I was just over here talking to some random little kid.
Yeah.
Cody Colomar or Ryan McClain was his daughter.
So you were saying it as, hey, if you want to win a trophy like this,
I said, you got to earn these ones. I said, your dad's gonna have to build you one of these to win one of these ones.
Yeah.
And that's just like us conversating, and they like tried to turn it into all like those. He just said this to some little girl. They didn't even know these people.
Yeah.
But that's just
so at the end of the day, you know the people.
Yeah, they were just trying to fix their 4-wheeler. They won it off me in a raffle. He's won a couple of 4-wheelers off me in a raffle, actually.
Well, now we know how it really went down with that. He knows them.
It was this.
He was telling her, if you want to win a trophy like this, your dad has to build you a car. Not.
I said, you got to build one of these, and it takes years to win a trophy like this. Like, it's not like you're bashing somebody, you know. It's just like you guys talking, like Blake saying, "Hey, I want one of these trophies." I'd be, "Hey, your dad's gonna have to get it shit together. We're gonna have to build something if you want to win one of these." But they
What did Larry Baldwin say?
The problem that there was 2 older ladies sitting near track personnel said that he was going to take Ambrose out. Josh probably wasn't aware of it.
Oh, I don't know.
Who they're talking. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, my kid ain't taking nobody out.
But at the end of the day, just so it's clear and it's out there, I simply went to the pit chute after racing quietly because I'm not that guy. I went up there quietly and I said, hey, listen, I want to complain about this guy. He shouldn't be using the F word and going, hey, that's Josh Wade's fucking kid.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen at any racetrack. That shouldn't be a part of it.
That's how it all is. I don't even get out and argue with people anymore.
Yeah.
I just get out and walk back in my trailer. I literally was at Midvale and I didn't get out. I just hung out in the trailer. We sit there and hang out. I don't go lollygagging around in the pits, any of that. I don't care. I just don't want to deal with all the bullshit.
I'm trying to get you back in the Wheelman series. And Cindy said, no way.
It ain't happening.
She said, absolutely
I've
not.
already see that's the problem. This is what happens. Will did that, and like it was like an eye opener. So if you look behind me, I have a modified. This is thanks to Will Wiggins. So then I raced that. I was like, man, we can have a little bit more fun racing this. So then we went and raced at other places, and all the people are like, oh man, and never have had any issues ever.
Yeah,
None,
yeah.
Never. And the tracks call us to see if we're coming back. Like, and then we get there, and the people that race there say our goal is to beat you, and that just makes you feel like almost like a superhero
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
go there. But like when you go here, you're just like, man, I hope these people don't try to steal anything out of my trailer.
Right.
I hope I don't get my car smashed by the same 3 people. Like all these people said and say that you're a rough driver.
Get
You're
that
this,
comment up.
you're that. If you looked at my pink car that I raced, I had the same nose piece and the same grill screen on it, and my car was destroyed. It never touched anybody. Never even changed the bumper cover.
Cindy said, Josh gives so much to the kids, and clearly people don't know Josh well enough. And that's one of the things why I wanted to do this tonight, because there is a soft side of you, even though you don't want people to see it. There is a
We
soft side.
sponsor
of you.
people everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
yeah.
I sponsor people out of the state. People we don't even know. My buddy's kid races a dirt car, and I don't even know where they live. Alabama. We sponsor them. We sponsor
Where?
Core, Sage, all the woods. We help all these people. People, I don't even care. I just like to see people race. There's a line of engines over there. I tell all these people. The guy that does my printing, what's his name? That does my 3D printing.
Oh,
Tanner, he broke a motor. I told Tanner, I said, I'll have one of my guys. I don't even know where he lives. I said, I'll have somebody bring you an engine.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know this guy. Never even met him in person. I was going to give him a $25,000 engine to use. I don't even care. Yeah, he broke an engine. All these people. We just help people that want to race. Like all these people, oh, it's your 2 sides or whatever the story. Dude, we literally help anybody. I've let almost all of these people even race my cars.
Yeah.
At one time or another. I let Joey Corson race one of my cars.
So we got about a half hour left. Do you want to bring Joshua in now, or you want to talk a little more?
He ain't gonna talk anyway. He's sleeping.
Oh, we're gonna make him talk.
Get over here, Joshua.
He's racing. He's iRacing.
He's iRacing.
Chloe Mazzagatti said on iRacing, you tear everybody's shit up on there too. She told me that. She said that the other day.
Did she really?
Oh yeah.
I haven't raced him in a hot minute, actually.
She said when he races on there, he tears all kinds of stuff up.
So make sure we can hear him, because so you have to speak up, okay? You have to talk up a little bit. So I know it's got to be tough. First of all, this is Joshua Way. So let's talk a little bit. And I don't care what your dad says. I want you to speak honest and forward. This is what this is about. How tough is he on you?
Very.
I told you I'm tough. I'm tougher on him than anyone in my life. Probably him is number 1, then Brandon number 2, and then Blake number 3.
But you know,
And then my own kid to be number 4 and 5.
you know he's doing it out of love to try to make you better, right? You know that, right?
Kind of.
Do you ever go home and say, Mom, Dad has done this again? Do you ever do that?
Oh yeah, probably on.
Oh,
probably
no,
on
you're not doing that, Joshua. No. You go home and tell Mom? You do. Brandon does it.
I know he tells on me, that's for sure.
So what grade are you in?
Going into 10th.
Going into 10th grade. What school do you go to?
Riverview.
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 I don't know, I forgot.
Riverview's a
All the
fucking.
same school. They're all the same school.
No, Riverview's an elementary school.
It keeps on finding out.
So are you playing any sports in school or anything? Or is racing everything for you right now?
I don't do any other sports.
You know, do you want to do any other sports?
I'm
So-
not athletic.
So I want you to look at me. I want you to look at your dad, because I need you to answer me. Because when your dad's looking at you, you stutter.
I'll give him a blast. Right off that chair.
Is racing something you really want to do, your passion for?
I mean, I like doing it. It's not like everything I want to do, but I do like the racing. It's a lot more fun than I would assume. Like when I first started, it was a lot more fun. It still is. Depends on not winning if he's racing.
Why not?
Chance. I'm not beating him.
What do you mean? That's what makes you good. That's what
what
I'm
You already
saying.
say I'm not beating
But
you if
listen,
you're on the track.
I tell you and Blake, if I'm racing, you guys are racing for 2nd and 3rd. But
That's
that
what the
should
front
that should
bumper's
give
for.
you that should give you a drive to want to try harder.
That's what that front bumper is for, man. Would your dad use the front bumper on you? Yes.
No, he would just try going around me on the outside. Not even the bumper. I'm just getting past on the outside.
So if you weren't racing, if your dad said to you, all right, if you don't want to race, what is it you want to do? I'll go buy you something. What is it? Uh-oh.
It's a service issue. So hold on a second.
Uh-oh. Don't give up, Josh. What'd you do? You just didn't want to be
Hey.
on the air.
Even the video knew you were full of shit.
I'm hot. I'm very hot.
Okay, we're back on.
We're back on. Sorry about that, everybody.
It was internet.
We had a little
All right,
glitch.
let's start that over.
So if your dad said to you, Joshua, if you don't want to race, tell me what you want to do. Anything you want to do. I'll go buy it. I'll help you out. What would you want to do?
Well, I already know half that is not true.
That is a lie. Like literally,
What
I
would
said
you
if you,
buy?
no, that's not what I'm saying. If you don't want to race, I don't want to force you to race.
Yeah, that part's true.
Yeah, I don't want you to go there and just want to be tearing stuff up because you don't want to do it. I want you to do it because you want to do it.
What would you like to do if it wasn't racing? Is there something else you'd like to do?
No, not really. Haven't thought
Blake,
that far.
Blake, what is he else? What else does he want to do?
They do it all.
Either races, riding four-wheeler, or fucking works.
Are
I
you
mean-
like working at the shop with Dad?
Dude, like the working
Yeah,
part, like you
that's
don't even see it. Like, dude, he's 15 years old. He's like, if you talk to him, you're gonna think you're talking to him as like he's like 12. Just because he's like a big teddy bear.
Yeah.
We go to the muffler shop. And I'm not lying about any of this, dude. I swear to you on everything. We did 5 cars yesterday. 5. I didn't do one. He did all 5. I didn't help him at all.
Wow.
He did all 5. And
You've come a long way.
I'm not talking 5 little jobs.
Yeah.
5 everything, front to back, everything. Cuts it off, welds it, makes it all, bends it all. And if anybody doesn't believe it, they can come on over there and watch. It is pretty crazy.
So
I like that's my goal at this point. I don't even care. He can never race. You know, when he's 18, I want him to take over that place and just make me money forever.
you ready to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to figure out how to get out of bed and get through high school first.
So
Actually, I woke up at 6, then I just shut my alarm off.
you're not,
Actually, no, my alarm went off.
you're not supposed to tell him that.
No, my alarm went off. I woke up. I went to set it so I could just sleep another 5 minutes. Then my phone died. It didn't get the rest of the alarm.
Now you and I, Joshua, we have an ongoing joke when I see you at the track. Every time I see you at the track, you're doing what? What do I always say to you when I see you at the track? Why are you eating? So what is your favorite food? What is your favorite food? Like you're
Everything.
You don't need anything. Like, yeah,
Yes.
I mean, dude, I was giving him popsicles when he was probably, so you'd have to at least, no, way before that. Way before that. I'm going to say he was probably 6 months, maybe even before 6 months.
Brandon, was it Lorraine last year where every time I looked at him, he was eating a candy bar or something? Or was it was Lorraine, wasn't it?
You owe me $50 still.
For what?
I wore that wristband that whole week. Ask him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Hey, and she had to cut it off to get in there. He's like, I'm not cutting it off. And she's like, I'll tell Jerry it was on there.
Are we still on?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you're worrying us.
It keeps coming. You're good. Just keep rolling.
So what is your favorite food? Pizza, hot dogs? What is your favorite food?
Out of all those, I think I just can't really decide on the pizza or hot dog. It has to be a good hot dog.
Good hot
There ain't
dog?
no hot dog.
No, a good hot dog?
No way, dude. He's not cash. His favorite thing is probably a McDonald's cheeseburger.
McDonald's
No,
cheeseburger.
they always run them now. They run them.
McDonald's double cheeseburger.
Fries.
If there's
McDonald's
honey
fries.
down there, you eat it.
Now I see you with candy quite a bit. So what's your favorite candy? And don't say all of it.
Double fudge.
It's not candy.
What is your favorite candy? Like if your mom went to the store right now.
If his mom goes in his bedroom, she could probably find a wrapper and put a picture of it on here. There's a wrapper somewhere in there.
Reese's.
Oh
Reese's
yeah,
Cups.
Reese cups.
Reese's
And he
Cups,
can't just get a normal Reese cup.
he's gotta get
They
that.
make like fat people cups now. Like they got like a Reese cup. It's about this big in a package, like one big honker.
3 months.
Cindy said he has a picture in a Christmas outfit. He was 3 months old with a popsicle.
Yeah, 3 months. There you go.
Wow.
And that
How
ruined
big's
it. That ruined it. Now he eats them like this.
I won't eat the ones in there.
How about How about with you, when you see your dad and your mom, when they go out to eat, what is your dad's favorite food? What does your dad order when you guys go out?
All depends. Steak. A lot of times
Is he a
steak.
pizza guy at all?
No, absolutely not. He
No.
hates it.
So I eat a fillet everywhere when I go out to eat, and then he started eating it, then Kendall started eating it, and now everybody eats it.
Besides Cash.
Cash eats it once in a while.
Why are they all saying what their favorite food is? What is happening?
So if I said to your mom, what is your favorite cereal? What is your mom gonna say?
Cereal?
Cereal. What is your favorite cereal? I know you eat cereal before you go to school or something.
No, not really. I just
What do you eat before you run out the door?
sometimes toast.
Dude, his mom will cook him a full breakfast.
No
dude.
way.
Yes,
Come
she
on.
will.
Toast, eggs, bacon.
Scrambled
For
eggs,
school?
everything. Yes, dude.
Before you go to school, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
that kind of breakfast?
Yeah.
You are
She-
so
She
spoiled.
will cook him whatever he
My
wants.
favorite breakfast, I like sausage. Sausage.
Do you eat
Sausage
Pop-Tarts or
links?
anything like that?
Yeah,
That's the
he eats
best.
Pop-Tarts. They
What's your
steal all
favorite
mine.
Pop-Tart?
Cherry.
Okay, that's not
Toasted.
bad. What was yours? I remember. Was it yours like cinnamon and like brown sugar or something? Brown sugar, that's
It
right.
has to be a cherry toasted.
What is your favorite? Strawberry. What's yours?
Cherry, that's why he eats all mine.
Well, you know your dad's Pop-Tarts, bro.
They have to be toasted.
They have to. Yeah, I agree. They have to be hot. So, of all the races you've done with your dad, what's a memory race you've done with your dad that you beat him or come close to beating him in? That you got in the car and said, "Dad, that was fun." You can take your time. Don't sweat it.
I
know you
honestly
take your
don't know.
time.
I feel like the Dylan one where first one I raced at Dylan.
That was because you made the race.
Yeah, well,
Did he?
Yeah.
that's when you almost up there on the wall.
That was pretty nuts anyway. Was that his first time going there?
Yeah. With a junk car.
The car was it had a junk motor. The first time we took him to Dillon, he qualified. What would he qualify that? No. We both made the race. So he
You
had,
were 25th.
no.
They almost
dude.
take the hot 20.
He qualified 19th and I qualified 20th or not, whatever. He almost knocked me out and I almost had to run the consi.
Oh shit! You almost knocked your dad out of the
Yeah.
race.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
shit.
consi.
What'd you say to him after?
It was sweet. Like I was.
I think the one car didn't make it. You qualified both. So Bo
I don't
wants to know
know.
what's your favorite racetrack? What's your favorite racetrack?
I don't know.
The most fun track I raced at was Bristol.
You like Bristol?
I just don't like how you have to be looking up in the sky.
Yeah.
I had the car with the chopped roof, so it was even worse.
I don't know. They're all like there's different. Like I would have to say Midvale would probably be up there.
Yeah.
I like the tracks that you can pick if you want to race at the bottom or race at the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Like Sandusky was that way. You know, dude, Ford made Lorraine that way. Like, and that was crazy. Like Lorraine isn't like you can pass some cars on a slower car, but when you get up toward the front, if you're still running up in the second group, like you're almost a sitting duck. But he took that last car we had and he made it happen there. It was pretty crazy, but I don't know. It would be. I used to like Sandusky too. I like the tracks that you can race at. When I would pick the outside, like at Sandusky, I picked the outside of Dennis Wood there.
Yeah. Man, you ran like 5-6 laps on the outside.
Yeah,
man.
because like my
Side
car
by
would
side.
not stay at the bottom, so I
Yeah.
had no choice. I'm like, well, it's either gonna work or it's not.
Yeah.
And then at Midvale, you can pick the outside there. So like those tracks that you can do that, it makes the track
I mean,
more fun
honestly,
to race.
before you picked the outside, were you contemplating that a lot, or did you? Just
No,
say-
I knew I had no choice. If I picked the bottom, whoever was on the outside was gonna pass me.
Yeah.
So if I picked the outside, maybe I had a chance to stay there. So that's how I was looking at it.
They want to know what track you hate the most. What track you hate the most? You don't like Shady Bowl?
The one I
Dude,
barely made any laps, I blew the motor up.
well, that was
I don't like ovals.
That was Berlin.
I meant like circles. If it's a circle track, I don't like it.
the track that I just went to at Killcare. I didn't even know where the turns were. I had to look at the scoreboard to see where I was at because I was getting lost on the track.
It
Oh
says
wow.
circles.
This track had like 6 corners, dude. And then I didn't even know until yeah. So I'm running like where I thought it was supposed to be, dude. And then
Yeah.
first and second, what's his name? The 82.
Oh, civil pass.
When Civil passed me, I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to follow this guy. Dude, I went where he was going. I was fastest. I was able to keep right up with him. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong fucking line the whole time on the track. There's no rubber. You can't see the bottom of the track. So I didn't
Yeah.
know. And the first time I went to Shady Bowl was the same way too. I went there a day before and I was practicing all day. I go there the next day and I wasn't even practicing on the track in the right groove.
That's the way Midwell was for me. Going down the front stretch into turn one, your eyes see something that's not there. You try to hit Midvale like a normal turn.
I run Midvale just like Painesville Speedway.
Do you really?
Swear to God.
You just get to the end and
Yep, just like Painesville Speedway.
yeah, it took me about 5-6 laps to get it. I had to follow Earl Goldie for about 5-6 laps to figure out where the line was. But if you never raced at Midvale before, you go out there, you cannot figure it out. It takes you a quick minute to try to figure out that line.
Yeah, we won quite a bit of races there.
What stock on the car?
Yeah, we won one. The right rear shock wasn't even hooked up. It was just
Holy
bounced around off the racetrack.
Wow. I really wanted to, and I know we're running out of time. I wanted to talk about Flat Rock a little bit and some other racing, especially what you guys did. So I'll do a show before the weekend, one more show to talk about all that stuff. But you would love Flat Rock.
No,
Yeah, you would.
no,
man.
dude. Flat Rock is it's like Kalamazoo almost. They got to have a little bit of a straightaway. Dude,
There's
when it's
no straight.
Yeah, when it's a circle, like
Yeah.
a full circle, I'm out.
Yeah. I'm
It's,
trying to get Earl and all you guys to come down here to race, man, but I'm telling you, there is no straightaway at all.
So when we raced the Wheelman series, we went to Sandusky, we went to Lorraine, we went to Midvale, which those tracks you can put the power down.
Yeah.
So now I got all these big honking engines. So now when we go to race, like when we go to Ona, they all run a 4-barrel, okay, with a 620 gear.
Yeah.
When I go to Ona, I run a 2-barrel with a 583, and we almost break the track record.
Holy shit.
So, and then they don't believe me. They're like, the
Yeah.
guy's like, no way, you got a 2-barrel on there. And I'm like thinking, dude, I'm pedaling the 2-barrel.
Yeah.
And like all those tracks, they all run 4-barrels. All the big tracks, they all. When we went to that track that we were just talking about going back to, we ran a 2-barrel there too. They all run 4-barrels.
At Flat Rock, it's these cars, 358 engine. You have to have a 3-link, which I went through with my 4-link. You know, it's like a butter knife to a gunfight, and then rack and pinion. And I think that if we set it up right, we could get around the track. But man, I'm telling you, Josh, those top 5 guys there, they don't lift. They go in the corner, you hear just a tiny little burp, and they're off the corner again, dude.
Look how Bristol was.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know.
Then you hit the back
I
stretch.
think we took the late model there. I think I ran the template car there. Yeah. I don't remember. That was fucking 25 years ago. Yeah.
Kyle Carlson said Ona is a really neat track.
I like it. The people are nice there. They respect you. And I've literally never even touched a car there, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think I spun out one time before the race started on one. But, and there's like a little bit of racing there. A lot of people don't like it because it's kind of bumpy. I like it because it's a challenge. Just
Yeah.
like Anderson. My goal is to go to Anderson and beat Ford Anderson. I mean, that's something I want to do. He's won 50 street stock races.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So if you go there and you can beat him, then you're doing something. You go to Midvale and you can beat Dennis Wood, then you're doing something.
Yeah.
So what's the point? I'm going to Painesville Speedway. I'm going to beat Joshua. These guys are just learning how to race.
You heard that?
I'm not going to go to. If I go to Painesville Speedway, like the couple of the guys over there that are good, the last couple big races we had, Earl was over there, all those guys, and Randy Maggio said, hey, drivers had at it. I moved Earl right out of the way. I moved Matt Wilson right out of the way. We went right to the front. I mean, I got nothing to prove at Painesville Speedway. But
You heard that though, right? Your dad said he ain't afraid of you. Move out of the way or he's coming through.
He already will.
So do you have a girlfriend or anything?
oh yeah,
What's your girlfriend like? She like racing? Does she eat like you? Why are you getting all red, man? You think your girlfriend don't know you eat?
No.
Does your mom know you have a girlfriend?
Yeah. Sadly.
Josh B said you took the late model there.
yeah, I thought we did.
Took the late model
We
there,
went
so-
somewhere else too with the late model. We ain't been back to. I think it was Birch Run. I don't even know where that is.
That's outside. I think it's on like Kalamazoo, I think.
Oh, that's where we hit
No, I
the
think
bridge.
they were racing last weekend. I think.
We hit a bridge there with the semi.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, off to the
Mayo was
side.
driving. We like creeped under it. We hit the bridge and we had to back up. Mayo backed that thing up like.
We had to back up at Bristol too because Mayo was driving in the middle of the night.
It was
Wow.
it was pretty crazy. No, the bridges are just low. This
Oh.
truck had big satellites and stuff on the roof.
What are your plans for the rest of the year, Joshua?
Probably gonna run it Ona.
You
Yeah,
guys wanna go back
I
to
think you're just
Painesville?
making that
No,
up.
I want to run it there again. Because if my motor didn't blow, I feel like I could have stayed in the front for a little bit. I did get screwed because like I was staying a pretty far, decent length away from the one car.
So that means I can't race.
I mean, you said you couldn't race, so you got 5 cars.
So then you're racing for second. You and Blake are racing for second and third. They got some pretty good cars there. And those guys there too are pretty cool. I mean, like, you know, there's just no R, you know, like at Anderson. There was, I don't know, there was probably 25 cars there for that race too. And then they all were crazy cars.
Yeah.
100, you got to go 150 laps on one set of tires. It was pretty good.
With them changing the rules, are you going back to Painesville at all this year? With them-
I mean, the rules don't even mean anything, dude. I don't care. If you walk over there, there's 3,000 pounds of lead over there. Whatever the track says we have to add, that's just what we add.
Yeah.
I don't go over there and cry about it and say, we're not going to come to the race at Anderson because you guys are going to make me add 200 pounds of lead
Yeah.
and my right front spring can't handle it, or whatever the case may be. I don't care.
Race at Lorraine, the one where you got like with Earl Goldie and all that happened. Was that the last one or was it the Trident?
No, I
No,
think
they
you
raced-
tried it. Wasn't your last one, was it?
Because I know in the one, like it was wet. There was a couple cars left.
The first Trident race that he raced, there was 72 cars and he was 4th fastest.
Holy crap.
Yeah, in the 51 car.
In a jumper with a junker motor.
It didn't have a junker motor.
You know, you said at the beginning of the show, you did say, you know, whenever you guys, and I mean this with you or Goldie, Billy Roberts, Dustin, oh, not you yelling at me for the mic, Dustin Fox, whoever, or Mike or Wilson's driving this car, whoever. All you guys want to race against the best. All you guys want to be against the best of the best. And I got to tell you, you know, racing with Earl and you guys at Midville was pretty cool. But racing Lorraine when you got in the Trident car and you and I were racing down the front stretch, it's like a freaking flat. But racing
Like that
with
was a good race too. Like that race with him, you guys, that in the
we
yellow
never
car.
touched. You and
Yeah.
I were side by side for
Yeah.
2 or 3 laps and never touched.
And Joshua went from last all the way to second.
Yeah, he
His
fucking-
window net fell down, so he had to start last.
I tried to open it up, but then I was hoping someone would wreck. I wouldn't go on any longer.
But yeah, I mean, it was every racer wants to race with the best, you know. So if you go over to Painesville, you know, guys do want to race you, man. Guys want to race against the best.
Well, I want to race against the best too, and honestly, I don't consider those guys the best.
So when you go to, Cindy said, it's switching up and favoritism that the issues at the track. Painesville showed that. I mean,
My whole thing is I want these guys to race. Like, if they want to race and they have the passion to race, you don't want to just be known as the Painesville Speedway guy that did good. If you want to race, go race all over and show that you have a chance to get to the front.
yeah.
We went to Dillon and I was racing the yellow car, blew the motor, got in a car that I've never even sat in,
Yeah.
ever. Had the worst luck ever and still drove that thing to 3rd place.
You had the
Like to
worst
me,
luck.
that was like almost winning the race to be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
still finish 3rd in a car that we didn't even know one thing about.
Yeah.
Zero, nothing.
You had the worst luck. That was my second time in that car.
But I go there to race to win. You go there to race to play and have
I was
fun.
trying to get up there. The axle flew out. The axle flew out. It blew out twice.
What'd you do?
I honestly don't know. It tried doing it at
Well,
Painesville
if
too.
you're broke, so you got someone hit you or you got something.
Yeah, you broke the snout off the rear end. It didn't. The axle didn't just.
44?
This car, I just
Yeah, when
welded
I
it.
got hit door drove in the side by that 44 car.
Well, then you got to be more aware. You can't be next to those cars. You got to make more room. But when you want to race and you want to try to be competitive, you want to race against good cars and fast cars. There's names when you go to different states that
Yeah.
you need to beat.
Yeah.
When people came here, the names might have been the names that we talk about, but these tracks are gone. So these names aren't nothing at this point. Go race at a track, like I said, where the Gannises show up, the Maynards, the Bozels, and you compete and win against those guys. Then you can say, you know,
Yeah.
you're a racer, or go down south and race. Don't just race at 3 little local tracks and think that like you're a top level racer.
Yeah.
Because there's way more to it than just racing these 3 little boring racetracks. And then you can't go to the other racetracks and then go with a series that's still only taking those same group of little people. Go to where it's Look at Kalamazoo Friday nights. I guarantee this Friday night there'll be 35 street stocks there. 35. All these guys can go there and race. You know why they don't? Because they ain't got a fucking chance to win. Billy Roberts probably has the best chance to go there because he worked with a guy and they built cars and he tested a lot. And I think when he went there, he still was like a 8th or 10th place car last time he went. So these guys all look at that and say, well, shit, if he can't do it, I'm not doing it. I look at it the opposite. I said, if he can't do it, I'm going to go do it. But
Do you have a bucket list track? Do you have a track that you
I went
really
155 in a street stock around Daytona. I've done it. Dude.
did? You really?
Yeah, my windshield was caving in. I got passed by I got a picture in my office. It was like a road race car doing 200. 155 miles an hour we went in that street stock.
Okay, this is a long name. So Darlene Wood Ewing Hammer said they have favoritism at all tracks, and if you own the track, I think it's a conflict of interest for family to be racing and officiating.
Oh yeah, that's like a huge thing to me too, like about at Midvale. Like I don't know, but I think that they have kids that race street stock and like late models. Like if I own the track, it ain't happening. My kids ain't racing there. I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to be known as that, you know.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't even put that part of it in the situation. Like they got it. That's just one thing you could keep out of it. If you wanted if your kids want to race, then don't own the racetrack.
Yeah.
You know, go race. But I just think that that's something that you could prevent.
Bill
before.
Harkin said, I am a complete nobody as far as racing is concerned. What Josh is saying is exactly why I decided to leave and go to Lorraine when I did. And you know Bill Harkin.
Yeah.
All his life. He's been around racing. So, and then traveled American Race Truck Series. I was driving 6 hours each way to IRP just to compete with the best.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's how I truly think about it. If I'm racing, I'm traveling to these tracks because I want to beat cars that I know. So like when we go to ONA, their cars are kind of like out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Like these cars aren't. My yellow car back there still has a factory sway bar on it. It's still stock mounted. And like we took that to Anderson. The Anderson had some crazy mother cars there, dude. There was a lot. So Ford told me go get his car. He said it's ready to race.
Did he really?
I did. I didn't race my car. I went and Brandon and them took the truck and trailer and went to Ford's house. We got in the trailer. They drove it out of the trailer in the garage. Brandon pulled in the racetrack. We opened it up. I got straight in it and straight out on the track and qualified. Oh yeah, because we had to borrow a shock from Brett Hudson. We didn't have a shock because it was missing.
So how did you do with his car?
It broke everything.
I think Josh set you up, bro.
I got in it. I qualified. I still went faster than I did in the yellow car. So I qualified like 20 something. Or no, like what I call 17th. I went out there and in the race, I think how many laps did I go? Oh no, I went the green flag. The green flag. The car next to me ran into me and gave me a flat tire.
On the green flag.
On the green flag. So I had to come in the pits to get a tire. I go to pull back out of there and they didn't let me out on the racetrack.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, they made me sit there for like 5 laps. So the first caution comes out, which is Blake. He blew up.
So you should have sat right there and waited for the caution then instead of waiting 5 laps.
Well, either way. So then we go back out there, and guess what happens? The fucking gas pedal fell off.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Because I told Ford I was looking for 2 more barrels to open. I said I think that thing needed another 100 horsepower. So the gas pedal fell off out on the spline. So luckily the caution came out. They pushed me right into the pits. Brandon burned his arms all up, shoved it back on.
Holy shit.
Hey,
man.
it was on a spline. He shoved it back on, and I only got half throttle. So, because we didn't even know. I didn't know, dude. We were just trying to get on there.
Put your arm over here so people can see your arm.
It's all he just stuffed it in there and got it all burned up by the header. So we got it back on. We went back out there, and then
15 laps later, it fell
it came off again. Caution comes out, and now I'm like, fuck it. I got right out, right in the fucking middle of the track. Got out, ripped the fucking duct tape off the airbox on the inside of the car. I shoved it back on there again, and I duct taped it on. I'm like, fuck it. Hey, I still only had it at half throttle, but I made it to halfway. And then I pulled back in there. I told Brandon, I said, you got to fix this fucking thing. I'm out here running around half throttle. So then we got full throttle after halfway, and guess what happened? 5 laps later, I blew the rear end gears.
Come on.
Yeah.
Bro, he set you up, man.
It was on. If I would have been half throttle, I probably would have made it to the end.
It blew up so bad, they're gonna take the axle out to put it in the trailer.
We had to beat the axle out.
Yeah.
The judge said, hey, man, this car was perfect. You got to fix it. What'd you do to my car?
No, I'm glad it broke with me racing it instead of him racing it in the
Yeah.
next big race though. But
Did he race in that race?
No, he was at a concert, him and his woman.
Oh shit. Ah shit.
So I wanted to run the race because we're gonna go back there in like 3 weeks to run a 200 lap race.
Doesn't your cousin sponsor Josh Ford, like their bar or something in Indiana?
His bar's right across the street from Anderson Speedway.
Is it really?
Josh Ford's house is like from here to the red light from Anderson
Oh
Speedway. It's
my
fucking
God.
crazy.
Right out of the racetrack and straight down the road.
Didn't just drive the race car. Crap.
I almost thought about
So
it.
you're
Wow.
it gun fit.
I got right in it though, dude. I've never even sat in this car ever. I didn't even know which way the gears were. I got in it. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna fit. I got
Yeah.
straight and I qualified it. Like, think about that. I've never even sat in this car ever.
You just get in there and go.
My first time ever was at Anderson, which is not no fucking Painesville Speedway, dude. You got to sail it in the corner. I'm just hoping, I'm thinking, man, if Ford does it, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. And I just drove it
They're
for
at
everything.
Anderson, are they wide open going in?
Yeah, like you drive it in there, it's banking. You got it. And he told me just to drive it in easy and stand on it coming off. So I went out there and did
Holy
exactly what he
shit.
said. So
Well, I definitely want to try to get you and Zach Staley together and go race some races. You guys run some races here in the north. He come up here, you guys go down there.
They should have a race at Bowman Gray.
I honestly, they need to let him back. We need to. I'm telling you, there's people out there with shirts to free Zach Staley. But follow him on Facebook. You know, you'll know who he is once you see the purple and yellow car. It's green like
yeah, he's
this
he's
one
on-
here. You
He's
can't-
on, he's on my Facebook.
So he's a really
And
nice
all
guy.
it does when they do that is just hurts the track anyways.
It
just
hurts
the
him
track.
bad. It hurts. Well, with them
I mean, who
selling-
cares? You spend somebody out, you run into them. Whatever. It is what it is. These people act like this is millions and millions of dollars of damage. You beat the shit out.
I want to know if you ever raced Winchester.
No, I have not raced Winchester.
Hey, right, they just had a sprint cars there.
Sage told me Winchester's like Bristol, but a little more on crack. The races for them is always like at a weird time, so we don't ever get a chance to
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna go there though. They got a couple of modified races we're gonna go to.
Well, you know, like what you were saying though, and you with Bowman Gray, it was sold to NASCAR, and of course, you know, NASCAR's got to treat it like NASCAR does and come up with stupid people. Bowman Gray Stadium is like Painesville. The fans made the place. The drivers are the reason why the fans come there, and they forget that. And these new managers, these up and coming new race directors and managers, don't understand why people are coming.
It's crazy too, like they threw out that tag.
Yeah,
For what?
yeah.
They didn't throw Bert Myers out for him throwing a whole can of freaking racetrack shit in the guy's drive in the window.
Yeah, I think he said something about that too. I think Zach said something about that. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you. Hey, before I let you go, anything you want to talk about? Nothing? Like,
When are you gonna get a haircut? That's what
yeah,
I'm
when's the haircut coming? Your girlfriend like that hair like that?
Oh yeah, dude.
Does she really? Oh
It's
boy.
the side shave.
You guys need to hold him down and just shave his head.
Dude, I told him last night I'd give him $1,000 if he lets $1,000 if he lets me take a razor and just go right down the middle, just one strip.
Just
right
one
the
strip down
yeah.
the middle. You don't want to do it?
He's like, all right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I said, you're not gonna do it.
Well, you said razor. I didn't know if you're talking
I
about
said, or
ball.
whatever, a razor, buzzer,
A
thing,
buzz right down the
razor.
Yeah,
middle.
it's going ball. We're not.
What do you mean? It's gonna be like short. It's a clipper. How they cut your hair?
You already lost the memory hair is with me.
Better
You're
Facebook
supposed to
Live
shave
that.
it. You lost
Yeah,
it.
if you do that, that's gotta be Facebook Live. $1,000 for your dad to shave you bald. Yeah. I'll get you that 50, but I can promise you right now,
I bet
if you
people-
say yes to that $1,000, we will all hold you down.
I'll bet you I can get it up to 2,000.
How?
Not. What do you mean? I'll go right on Facebook. Nope. Start telling me. Let's go. Let it rip.
Say you'll do it. Say
Two-
you'll do it.
2,000. I get to take a strip this wide. Listen. No, dude. This is a deal.
All right.
2,000 this wide from front to back.
You get to
straight down
keep
the
all
middle.
your hair, he's saying. It's just
Yeah.
down the middle.
This wide.
Down the middle.
Just
Yeah,
down the middle.
Down the middle.
Let's do it to you.
Down the
No, I
middle.
ain't touching my hair, man. My
That
hair,
would've broke-
it's a lot of money up in here, man.
2,000,
Might
dude.
not know that.
Yeah, mine's
Like I
definitely not
said.
going back.
That's what I just said.
Well, everybody, I hope you had a great time
Just
tonight.
put the little
Before we
pigtails on the side.
leave, we're going to take the phone down and I want to show you the wall. I want to walk with Josh and we're going to show you the wall, show you the shop. So don't take off yet. We're not done, but Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I know you'd rather be sitting in the air conditioning. We're going to I do not want you signing off until you see what Josh did to his RV. How much is that RV worth?
I don't know. That wasn't like we didn't plan to do this.
Listen,
I had the seats recovered and I had to drive it. We stuffed them in there. Did we? Or did we
you
not?
think, so Josh had to
I
put some
drove it
seats in
5
there.
hours away like this.
He had to put seats in here because he had to go racing. I'm not telling you what kind of seats he put in there. You need to see with your own eyes what he put in there. You're not going to believe it. And Josh, tell them you drove it there with those seats.
I drove it 5 hours away.
With
Yeah.
these seats, but
I didn't even have a passenger. Away we went.
Josh B said he's got 100 to add to that.
Take a look, we're already getting it up there, dude.
It might be 5 hours by the way.
I already knew that was going to be the kicker.
Oh,
Your
Cindy.
mom's gonna yell.
No, Cindy, you can't. No, it's a white.
I honestly can't believe he's not caught on fire at the muffler shop.
With that much hair,
Yeah,
honest to
dude,
God.
he's just under there welding. I look over there and his head's smoking. I'm thinking this dude don't even wear a hat, nothing. I wear a hat every day so I don't burn my head up. He's just over there welding, dude. Hair is smoking. When he brushes his hair every day, he probably has like 4 or 5 hairs come out of there.
No, there's.
And just so you know, if you're new to the podcast, Josh owns Mr. Muffler here in Painesville. He's very large muffler shop. He also has a race shop here. It's not just a race shop here. It's also a welding business. You do a lot for Lake Tran and everybody around here
We do a lot
with
of
welding. So he's just not a muffler shop. But there has times I've walked in there. You have no. Your dad will wear that when he's welding. You have nothing on.
Dude, he's just waiting. So
You know it's going to happen, right?
eventually it's going to catch on fire.
It's going to happen.
That's the way to have it.
You're going to be like welding on a hanger. A piece is going to fall on your head. It's
So
gonna
I'll
blow up.
clip it on there.
Just discuss the piece in this way.
So I have to turn it.
It's on a magnet. You just push the button.
Pull it just. Yep, it has to stay in front camera.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
What do you mean? You just walk around hold like
That's
this?
what I'll do.
Yeah, just do this whole like that. You can see what you're doing.
It's on a magnet.
Grab the whole thing.
Grab the
You say
phone.
keep the phone facing.
Yeah. Well,
Don't touch
So,
it. There you go.
all right,
You know,
Josh.
technology. He's stuck in 1985.
yeah, I still got my rotary phone.
Yeah.
Laura, make sure I can see everything here.
You probably gotta start
So-
it in your back pocket.
So let's, I don't want to show your illegal tires over here that you soak. So
You
No,
ain't
your
gonna- you ain't gonna
illegal
find no tire
carburetors.
soaker here.
how much for this illegal carburetor?
Whatever you want to pay. All for sale.
So this is one of his walls from, and you can see other people got their stuff up here.
Those are most of those things, like the other things, are all from people that give them to us for sponsoring them.
Step back a little bit.
Okay.
Like right there, that one coming up, that's from like Lindsay Fay. We sponsor her truck, and like you'll see a bunch of them like that.
Let me do
We
it like
sponsor
this.
them, a couple of them.
Let's do it like this.
Did y'all ever redo that?
So
Yeah.
I do want to zoom in. Matter of fact, Joshua, point to that mug, the Stanley Cup. Joshua, point to that. You see that?
Hold it sideways. Oh, you can't.
I can't.
You see that, right? That was the, I don't want to say nothing to get someone in trouble, but that is the famous Stanley Cup from the incident at Lorain County Speedway last year.
Dude, what's right there next to that truck picture? Whose checker flag is that?
So that I was told is Parker won.
Yep.
And they gave Parker
Yep.
the last
Parker,
checker
yep,
flag.
Parker gave it to me.
That's the last checker flag
That's
thrown
the
at
last
Sandusky
checker
Speedway.
flag right there.
And Parker won it.
I love
Was that the cheater number 5 that Josh Porter was driving?
No, that's still this car right here.
That's his car here. I don't want to show too much of your cars.
Well, you can show everything. Look at them. They're stockers.
What?
I bought that one right there from the compact. I bought just so I could race one race. No.
Stop it, Laura.
Maybe with that.
No, swear to God.
So here is, we were talking about the checks, how much Josh loved the checks.
They're all Josh Way and Josh Ford.
So,
Here, you need an engine?
yeah, look at all the engines.
These are all brand new ones. Never raced.
Brand new. Man, I like the color.
They're all Gary Rangers.
The purple, man. I love the purple. Laura.
We got 4 more out there.
Oh, wait, I love the orange.
That purple one's for sale.
So let's,
Back up a little bit.
Which one? Those are all way too big.
they wouldn't let me go out there with them. You need some rims? Are these the rims you're auctioning off?
No, we're not auctioning off any. Those are ones we dismounted all those tires. I told everybody they could have those tires for free.
The Josh Neff with Wheelman. Josh Way won one. Josh Ford has one. Where's the 7,500 one?
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, was there?
Hey, we haven't ran. Hey,
Yes.
put this in perspective. We haven't raced the Wheelman race in over a year. or half of what the last year. And I'll guarantee you, me and Porter still won the most wheelman races. And I didn't race for a whole season because my neck was fucked up. They're just scared of competition.
And this is what's being put together. What's here on the left?
That's Blake's car.
That's Blake's car. And what is this one?
That's Joshua's 51 car. The black one.
All right, so we're gonna walk out to this camper, Josh. I gotta
Oh,
show
dude.
everybody this.
Hey, here, show him that right there. That's what Blake does to him.
Like, this is motor from Blake
Hey.
last week. This is what it looks
Kapow!
like. The side of it,
Hey, the rod's right there.
the rod.
Hey, we bought that one on Marketplace. We didn't even know nothing about it.
There you go. So please stay tuned in so you can watch what
Yeah.
you're about to
Go
see.
open this. You're fucking such a dork.
Watch this.
Wow, we got a headlight.
So he wanted to get,
I got him getting recovered.
he's
Dude.
getting them recovered and he needed seats.
They barely fit.
So
Like I said,
he decided,
it wasn't, we didn't plan on doing this. I did not.
all right, I'm going to show everybody this here in a second. Okay, you guys ready?
You're fucking
Laura, make
such a
sure I
dork.
get these. This is what he did in his camper, and he drove 5 hours one way.
Yeah. I mean, I had no choice. I didn't have a seat.
Can you see them?
Yes.
Can you see those? Look, look. These are actually
I bought them 'cause
king
they were,
chairs.
listen, I bought them because they were the colors for Riverside, and I was going to use them and have Cindy like take pictures with the kids with like the wrestling shit in them.
He bought them because they were Rivers.
Riverside colors. And then we stuck them in the trailer and they sat in there for like 5 months.
Now, he legitly sat in here and drove.
Yeah, they're just sitting there.
They're just,
Slide around, there ain't nothing
they're
wrong.
not even bolted. They just
No, it-
move around.
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh. Jerry, sit down. Is it comfortable?
Let's see how comfortable they are.
I mean,
Let's
I
see.
thought it was pretty good, dude.
Actually, they're very
How I
comfortable.
drove it. It
dude.
was like that.
They're actually very comfortable, man.
That's how I drove it. It's like,
How in the hell? Look at the top of this thing.
Jerry, stay right there. We gotta take a picture of you.
How in the hell? It's actually very comfortable.
hey, but I didn't drive it like that. My feet were up on the dashboard. I had both feet with my legs crossed up here
That
on
is
the dash
so crazy.
on cruise at 80.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight.
What?
I'll do another show in the next day or so with all the rest of the weekly racing and what's coming up for this Saturday. I want to talk a little bit about Flat Rock. I want to talk a little bit more about Zach Staley and Bowman Gray and how some of these owners, by throwing people out, they think you're doing yourself a good service and you're not. It hurts your business at the end of the day. But for everybody that's that won't be able to tune in a couple days, man, just have fun this weekend. It's the 4th of July. We got our 250 years. Don't blow no hands off. But if you decide to blow a finger off or something, make sure you're recording it so we can put it on the podcast. So, Josh, thank you very much, man, for
Yeah.
coming on tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Happy 4th of July to everybody. Happy 250th. Thank you to Laura for not crashing the show tonight and everybody that participated and came on.
Dude, you need these chairs for your podcast, dude.
Josh wants me to get these chairs for my podcast for the studio.
Oh, yeah. it'd be
So
sweet.
we will make an announcement tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night I'll do a show depending on how everything goes. Tomorrow night, Wednesday might be a perfect night to do
You
the
hear
other
the
show
whole
for
thing
weekly
in your
racing, I think. But until tomorrow night, if we don't speak to you, please be safe. Do not drink and drive this weekend. That's what Uber and everyone's for. The lives out there, you could be saving not only yours, other people's lives. So until then, we'll see you tomorrow night or next weekend. Good night, everybody.
Fucking dork.